Peace to the world, Monty is here. Hello all, welcome back to another stream of Zero Escape, 9 persons, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. I will never get that right. So, let us resume our game. Last time we had managed to...
There's a large iron door at the end.
We had managed to
Let's
go
take a look.
into the door 3.
Huh? What are you doing, Seven?
Well, I figure maybe we might want to come back here sometime.
Ooh.
So, I stuck the broom in there to keep the door from shutting.
Ooh. Very
All right,
smart.
Let's go.
Hello,
Jumpy,
Twister.
look!
I'm looking.
What's up?
What's that on the wall there?
Oh, I think it's
A map.
a map of the ship's interior?
Yay!
It says
More
sea deck.
maps, more maps.
So it's the map for this floor then. We'll have time to study it later. Let's keep going for now.
Alrighty.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
Okay. All hail the door gods.
What the?
You're shitting me. We're back.
Gotta go back in time.
Clover! Lotus! And Ace! I'm glad you're all okay.
Now for everybody to get mad at me. Oh, wait a second. I just realized. God. I'm annoyed. How much did I miss dialogue-wise? I hate that it keeps switching me back from here. Someone was doing something to the door of the shower room. Moved a little towards metal door. Stood up, began walking down the hallway, brushed past Junbei and kept walking. A moment after they followed him, before a long, large iron door. There's a piece of paper attached to the wall. Peeled it off. It's a map, full of maps, stuffed them in his pocket. Four of them lined up in a wall. Seven stepped forward, grabbed hold, or Santa stepped forward. Ready. 4 of them leapt through. Only when we realized they were. A large hospital room, countless bed. Lotus and Clover looked up as they enter. Ace was there as well, though he looked as if he had only just waken up.
Lotus? What are you...
The moment they spotted Junbei, Lotus and Clover headed straight for him. As she neared him, Lotus drew back her hand. Yeah, I deserve that. And slapped him, open palm, across the face.
How could you do this to us?
Her face was furious.
Yeah.
She grabbed Junpei by the collar and shook him violently. Clover didn't touch him, but the hate in her eyes was no less potent. It was Seven who stopped them.
Knock it off. We got bigger shit to worry about right now.
Yeah, we do. Lotus glared at Seven, but let Junpei go after one last vicious shake.
What?
Go have a look. I stuck the screwdriver in the door.
Yeah.
That door over there, the one without a number.
No, we can
As long
go
as the
through it.
screwdriver's there, it can't shut, so you can get in there.
Yeah, that works.
There's a shower room past there. I stuck a broom at the door there too. Anyway, go take a look.
Then you're saying we can go in there without passing through the numbered door?
Yes.
Yeah, it's about the size of it.
Wait, what the hell is in there?
You'll know when you see it.
Yeah.
Fine, let's go.
Maybe not Clover. Maybe we should tell Clover what she would see. Honestly, like, Lotus would be fine. You think we would tell Clover just so that she is prepared? By then, Ace had made his way to them, moving with the stiff, shuffling steps of someone who had only just woken from a lengthy slumber.
My goodness. I know I said I was sure you'd come back for me. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though.
Ace shook his head weakly.
Should I go as well?
Yeah. Seven, we should have warned Clover.
Very well.
Like, this is actually really irresponsible to not, like, warn them about this. The squeal of tortured metal made Junbei's teeth curl. It sounded like the noise a ghost would make. No matter how many times he heard it, he never got used to it. Every time, it put him on edge. It didn't help that there was a girl nearby who looked far more like a ghost than a living human should. Oh, it was Clover. She sat on the edge of the bed, her head drooping listlessly onto her chest. Her eyes were blank, and stared across the room at her. Her breathing was slow and mechanical. Aside from the rise and fall of her chest, she didn't move. Junpei felt as if even a nudge might cause her to shatter into 1,000 pieces.
Snake was probably murdered. Chances are he was killed the same way the ninth man was.
Seven lowered his voice, likely in an effort to keep Clover from hearing what he had to say. There were 4 other people in the room with Junpei and Seven. Ace, Santa, June, and Lotus. Seven looked at each of them in turn and continued.
It's pretty straightforward. Not that hard to figure out how they did it.
Yeah, it's not.
First, the killers got Snake to authenticate on the red to open door 3. Then they shoved him into it.
Yep.
Alone, and waited 9 seconds for the door to shut. Once that door shut, it was all over for Snake. He
Yeah.
didn't give up. He probably knew it wouldn't do him any good, but he probably
R.I.P.
went into the shower
Snake.
room looking for the dead. It was a small chance, but it wasn't like he had anything to lose.
Yeah. You only had 81 seconds.
It didn't work. The detonator is only deactivated if everybody who authenticated when they went in uses the dead. Snake was the only one who went through the door. And then, 81 seconds after he was shoved in,
Goodbye.
that happened.
I see. So that's what you meant by killers, huh? You need at least 3 people to open one of the numbered doors, including Snake.
Yeah.
It wouldn't open for Snake and a single killer.
Yeah. That means we're looking at multiple perps here.
Yep. He crossed his arms and
Well,
grunted.
just in case. I want to make sure.
I'm gonna ask, did any of you murder Snake?
Let's say you're right. When do you think Snake was killed?
When we all split up to look for the parts for the Reds, I think.
Probably.
Right after that was when we noticed he was gone.
Then that means none of us have alibis.
No.
We were all off searching the rooms we'd been assigned, looking for those parts.
Which we still should have had Snake partnered with someone.
Yeah. That means anybody could be a killer.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
June seemed shocked.
How can you say that so casually?
I mean, there's only so many ways we could think about this.
You're implying that one of us is a killer.
Yeah. Do you see any other option?
Well, not just one of us. If I'm right, then at least 2 of us are murderers.
Murder.
Why don't you calm
A
down?
murder.
What are you going to gain by being so suspicious? That's what Zero wants, you know?
You are also correct. But 7 is also correct.
What Zero wants?
These are both correct statements.
Exactly. This game was set up by Zero, wasn't it?
Yes.
Any game has a winner and loser. Whoever makes it through door 9 is a winner, and those who don't are the losers.
Yes.
Zero is trying to make us fight against one another for that victory.
Then you're saying that Zero is trying to split us up by making us fight each other?
Probably.
Yes. That is why we can't let ourselves fall prey to suspicion. We have to trust one another and form a strong bond of friendship.
Friends. About that.
Otherwise, we'll end up ensnared by Zero's manipulations.
Then does that mean that the person who killed Snake...
Yes. Almost certainly Zero himself.
I disagree with that. That wouldn't make any sense.
If there's anyone we should doubt, it should be Zero.
That is true.
He masterminded this game and kidnapped all of us. Doesn't it seem reasonable that he would have killed Snake as well?
No, then why did he set up the game if he was gonna kill somebody casually like that? Why would he even set up the game?
Good question.
Junpei hadn't really considered that.
If Zero killed Snake, then Zero is on the ship with us.
I mean, that's likely, yes. Junpei, was Zero still on the ship with them? I mean, I honestly think he is somewhere, but probably not, like... He would need to, like, monitor us. He needs to know... He would need to know when to set off the rest of the water when our 9 hours are up. That was
I don't-
obvious. Zero was somewhere on the ship, but we had no idea where. Junpei mumbled to himself, lost in thought.
Where could Zero be hiding?
Suddenly, everyone went very quiet. The silence was cold and clammy, and Junpei could feel it crawling across his back and around his throat. Again, he heard the ghosting moaning noise. And moments later, a person who looked more ghost than human appeared. Is it Clover again? Yeah. It was Clover. She looked at the floor as she spoke, and her voice was a cold monotone.
I think Zero is one of us.
That could be the case. Alright, who's watched read Zero? Every human body in the room froze. Only sound was the only sound was the muffled rustling of breath. Eyes darted from face to face. One of those faces was the face of their jailer. Alright. Who could possibly be Zero? Does anybody's... Maybe Zero is two people, and whoever's numbers add up to zero is actually it. Brilliant. So... No, it would have to be subtracted then. So, 7, myself, and Snake together are 0. We solved the mystery. Or maybe it's Lotus, 7, and Ace. That could work too. Everyone is 0. But who? Was he one of them? I think that's probably likely. Whoops, wrong button. It's probably likely.
Well, that's possible.
Huh?
Like Clover said, Zero might be one of us.
What are you saying, Jumpy?
I'm saying that I am 0.
Didn't you hear what Ace said?
I never got a nickname, so I've decided that I am actually 0.
Exactly. I said we shouldn't suspect one another for no reason.
No reason. I've got a great reason.
Okay.
And what's that? The bracelets.
Yes. He held out his left arm.
Why are the bombs in our bodies connected to the bracelets?
Okay.
We're all thinking Zero's hiding somewhere watching us, right? If he's doing that, then he could just detonate the bombs by remote control if someone did something they weren't supposed to.
Yes.
It would be a lot more precise and a lot easier. But if that's the case, then why is the bomb set off by the detonator in the bracelet?
Huh. You got a point.
I don't see what his point
I'm
is.
not done. Try applying the same ideas to the nonary game. All of the puzzles here run all by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, Zero doesn't have to be controlling them for the game to move forward.
I mean, he might have to control the water.
Why's that? Why would Zero bother to do something like that?
May let out the question hang in the air and looked at the others. It was Santu answered. Okay, I see what his point is now.
So let's say you and Clover are right. Zero's one of us.
Okay.
If that's the case, then it'd be really hard for him to keep track of all of us or control anything remotely. That's why all the puzzles run by themselves. That's what you're getting at, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
7, when we were talking earlier, you said any one of us could be Snake's killer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that.
Alright then. I've got a question for you, Ace. You said something like Zero must be the one who killed Snake, right?
Yes.
Yes, something like that. I can't think of any other explanation.
Okay, so both statements are correct.
So what do we get if we combine those? They fit together pretty well, I think. Something like this. Whoever killed Snake is Zero. Hence, Zero is one of us.
Thank you, math.
7 and Ace's theories aren't mutually exclusive. They actually complement each other pretty well.
But Zero also needs to have had a partner.
At least they do if Zero is one of us.
No one spoke. Their faces were grim, but Junpei wasn't sure if they believed him or not. Finally, Lotus spoke up.
What were his motives?
Maybe I mean, he gave Snake extra information, so
His
maybe...
motives.
Yes, isn't that pretty important? Why would Zero want to hide as one of us?
I don't know. The thrill of the game?
Oh, well, that's because,
He's crazy. We already know he's delusional if he set up this sick killing game. Maybe he wanted to join in. He hadn't thought of that, and he had to be honest with himself. He had no idea.
don't know.
Lotus sighed.
So much for making a persuasive argument, Junpei.
In other words, you only had circumstantial evidence.
Yeah, so... literally all of this evidence is circumstantial.
I don't really think that's enough to go on, you know?
I don't like this circumstantial evidence, but we're gonna go with my circumstantial evidence. Junpei was painfully aware of their eyes on him and their disapproval. He tried to find something else, anything else to look at. Then, in that horrible silence... is it 2 or 3? That sounded like 3 bells. How many hours do we have left?
It's 3 in the morning.
That means we have 3 hours left.
Oh, not a lot.
Then we need to move now. Seven, Clover, Junpei, I know how you feel, but you do understand that right now it's important we trust one another, don't you?
Yes.
You're right, but...
Junpei couldn't bring himself to respond. He swallowed the words he'd wanted to say and sighed. Seven and Clover remained similarly silent. Their eyes were looking at something somewhere else, very far away.
We must go. We have very little time left.
Where should we go? We haven't checked doors 7 or 8. I guess that would mean Ace would stay behind. His words put their feet to moving. They all knew where they were
Next
going.
destination is Mercury.
Oh, yeah, we have the Mercury key as well now, I guess.
Here we go.
They stood in front of the elevator next to the stairs that led to the casino and the kitchen. Between the 2 elevators was a card reader with the Mercury symbol engraved on it. Somebody stood in front with the Mercury key card.
Yeah, I found it in the shower room.
Oh, I see. It's got the Mercury symbol.
Yay! Your symbol, Lotus! Took a deep breath and slid the card through the reader. The card. Not the car. Man, can you imagine if we had a car here just drive through the ship?
Now we can go.
7 people, including Junpei, climbed into the elevator. Onto the elevator. You're going to
Looks like there's
Mercury?
only 2
Well,
floor
we can
buttons
try.
C and bottom.
The rest were destroyed, or did nothing when pushed.
Time to head down then.
We're going to the bottom. Heading to Mercury's bottom. The door closed. Slowly, they began to move downward. Sometime later, all 7 of them stepped off the elevator onto the bottom deck. They stepped off and saw the hallway to their right, and it's somewhere between 20 and 25 feet from them. Hallway in front of them was a dead end. But not a regular dead end. 2!
This is a numbered door.
Well, at least 2 of us have to stay
Yeah,
here.
It's door 2.
Immediately, they began to discuss who would go through it.
So who should go through the door this time?
We don't need to be discussing who we're leaving behind this time, right?
I guess.
It's set up so we'll be able to meet up again once we get through the numbered doors.
Probably.
Then there's no need for arguments at this point.
We should figure out who's going in first.
Very well. Would anyone like to volunteer?
I will!
I'll do it.
Okay. First to speak up was
I'll
7.
go 2.
5 and 7. That gives us... Yeah, that gives us 12, so 3. So we need Lotus, then.
Then I suppose I need to go too, then.
Yes. Junpei followed suit, which meant Lotus was, by default, the 3rd member. Technically, we could also bring,
All right.
Santa
We're taking
in
off.
June if we wanted to.
Okay, please be careful.
I'm surprised we aren't taking Santa in June. Ah, well.
Jesus. You 2 are acting like you're married, you know that?
I mean, we are.
Oh,
Aww. June blushed. So did Junpei.
Don't be silly.
Oh, cut it out. Oh, you're embarrassing us. Perhaps in an attempt to hide his emotions, he quickly turned away to pull the lever on the red. The door opened. As they come to expect, there appeared to be a short hallway on the other side.
All right, let's go.
Run! Lotus was the first through the door.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
7 was next, and Junpei brought up the rear.
Where the hell is it this time?
I love how sharp the contrast is between 7. She's like, all right, let's head in. Where is it?
I don't see it.
Oh, there it is. It's right there.
Fortunately, it took them only moments to find the dead. If it took you moments to find the dead, you'd be dead. You don't even have 2 minutes to find the dead. It had been placed just inside the room, right next to the numbered door. Gathered around and quickly scanned each of their bracelets. Ah.
It stopped.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, it stopped.
Mm-hmm. Junpei could feel his heart pounding against the inside of his ribs. 7 Lotus were breathing hard and fast.
Man, I'll never get used to that.
I wouldn't want to get used to that.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to.
God, I do remember this game better than I thought.
We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
Damn right.
All right.
Junpei looked around again.
This hallway's pretty short, but it's got 5 doors.
Honestly, they misnamed this game. Or are you just Junpei? I don't know, Junpei's kind of funny.
3 on the left, and only 1 on the right.
Junpei, your math is a little bit off.
Don't forget the last one at the end of the hall.
Thank you.
But it's got a metal plate over it, so I doubt we're gonna get anywhere that way.
Yeah. After taking a look around the room himself, 7 spoke.
All right, let's get started. I think we'd probably better split up. You two okay with that?
Sure.
Yes, no problem.
Sure thing.
Then I'll take this first one.
7 nodded to them and stepped into the room closest to him.
I'll try the one next to it.
Alright, and I'll take the last one. Last Junpei was left
Well,
alone.
I guess I'd better get started too.
He looked intently at the remaining 3 doors. Emergence. Seek a way out. Alright, let's go through the last door. That seemed to make the most sense. Alright, anything under the blanket? It's a blanket. Not a really great one, but still. This is... light's barely enough to see by. I feel like I'm gonna see a ghost in here or something else. Doesn't look like anything else. So, just barely see a mirror from the light through the ceiling. Sure would be nice if the mirror is a little lower down. Looks like it's the same height as the mirror on the right. I wonder if that means anything. Probably. Let's turn on sync. There's no light shining on. It's hard to be sure because it's so dark. I don't think there's anything going on with this thing. The faucet's too hard to turn. No light. Mirror seems really high. In fact, it's high. It's kind of hard to see a reflection in it. What doing here? Just one beam of light. The rest of the place is too dark. Can't see anything. There's no way we can explore the rest of the room. Come on. 14 equals E. What is this? 14 equals E? Probably means 14 somewhere represents an E, but I don't know what that 14 could be. Toilet paper. Still white enough for me to know that what it is, even in the dark. There's nothing out of the ordinary about it. Just barely make out the string for the toilet, but I can get a hold of it. Damn it. Kind of pisses me off that I can see it, but I can't touch it. Alright, this Areas seem like it was kind of... Oh, no, there's a door. There's a dresser. Ah! God damn it, no matter how I pull the thing, just won't budge. Yes, it won't be open anytime soon. And a keyhole doesn't mean anything's stopping it. Well, am I supposed to open it? Break it. That's old and rusty. Simple chair where the light doesn't shine. I'm not seeing anything else in here. Let's head out. Let's check 7's door. What the hell is that supposed to be? Like a drawing of a whirlpool or something? If I had to guess, I'd say it's trying to look like water. Water and water and water, water, 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 water and water and water, water. There's a little tile in the drain. Doesn't look like we're gonna be able to pull it out of here. Might have to use our heads on this one. Alright, let's figure this thing out. Can we turn on the... Huh, looks like water doesn't work. Doesn't matter how much 7 turns the thing, no water's coming out. Water been shut off somewhere else? Oh, okay. Anything under the blanket? Dirty blanket on the bed. Man, this is a mess. Not even a bed anymore. Can't say I want to sleep there. Does this do anything? This thing's pretty loose. Loose? Thing come off if you pull on it? It fell off. Oh, look at this. The handle doesn't really fit on the string. It wasn't meant to be attached to it. Handle. Eh. Interesting. Oh, no toilet paper. Toilet paper tube, huh? Seriously, doubt I'm gonna need it for anything. This part is thinner than the rest. In fact, this doesn't really look like it's part of this thing. Rod feels loose. Maybe give it a couple turns. Here we go. Oh, a screwdriver shaft. In that case, if I just stick this metal rod into the handle, we got a screwdriver. Perfect. Can we use it on, nope. Can we use it to get the tile out? Tiles, no way we're gonna be able to pull it off. Okay. No water. Alright. Can we break the mirror? Another dresser. Ooh, and screws. Thing's really simple. Is it really a desk? Well, of course it's gotta be simple. I mean, it's probably like that so we don't try and use it as part of the puzzle, right? Probably uses a desk to write letters to your family or something, but this is a boat. The only thing they used it for was eating off of. Real simple desk, there's only one drawer on it. Oh, what the hell? It's not opening. Something really up with this drawer, I don't trust it. Yeah, thank you. Sweet, got the screws off. Now we can open the drawer. There's nothing in here. Well, maybe the drawer is what we need. The drawer, huh? Alright, let's yank the thing out. We got a drawer. Drawer is ajar. Drawer is ajar. There's a bump on the back. Wonder what this is for. Maybe there's a hole somewhere and these bumps line up and trigger a hidden switch or something. Hey, we've seen weirder stuff, doesn't seem that far-fetched. You're not wrong. But it doesn't look like it would be useful for this, so... yeah. I don't think we can do much else in here. Let's check out Lotus's room, because I don't think, the screwdriver might help us with that dresser. We do still have the screwdriver, good. Somebody made some wavy blue lines with blue paint. Is that a drawing of the blue scarf? No, maybe not. Drain is a weird shape for a drain. You think they made it in this shape for a reason or just for fun? Nope. Okay, that didn't work. I was hopeful. This wall is supposed to be some sort of partition. What do you think? What do you think this is? Privacy is important for these things. It's not like you're gonna use a Lotus. At least the guards can watch you drop a loaf. Heck, it's better than being totally exposed, right? Just hanging from the wall. Oh, if we pull the string, maybe the toilet flushes. Okay. We aren't gonna check. The moon! A moon? What a filthy, disgusting moon. Yeah, it's pretty filthy, but it's a precious hint. Let's remember it, alright? Paper seems pretty old. Ew, how the hell can you touch that? It's horrible. It's not like I've got a choice, do I? It's not like I want to. Toilet is disgusting. You don't expect me to touch that thing, do you? If you don't want to do it, I'll do it, alright? We got a towel. Bed looks cold. Pretty sure you freeze to death in the winter. No kidding. If I tried to sleep here, my skin would dry out in no time. Well, it's not like you're that young anymore. This should really matter. my, Junpei, aren't you lucky? It seems you'll die before you'll have a chance to grow old and hideous. I'm sorry, you're right. Dry skin is a woman's worst enemy. This bed looks even sadder without pillows. So, it's still a terrible bed. Never sleep in a bed like this. Yeah, I probably wouldn't either. There's nothing in the drawer. Yeah, something's not right, though. Handle on the drawer doesn't really fit, you know? It just looks messy. Why don't you take it out? Okay. There's a mirror on the bottom. Mirror on the other side. Interesting. Kind of an odd shape. Looks like someone attached the handle with a screw after the fact. Use a screwdriver instead of a handle. Maybe I could. We got a knob. And we lost the screwdriver. Alright, Oh, this didn't have a knob on it. Sweet, the handle I got out of the drawer fits in the faucet perfectly. Now I can turn the water on. Junpei, what are you doing? Pretty obvious, isn't it? I'm running the water. I can see that. I'm asking why you're just letting it run like that. Think about it, Lotus. This faucet didn't have a knob when we found it, right? What do you mean? Just watch. Any time now. Hey, water's filling up. Doesn't that just mean the pipes are clogged? Whoops, yeah, let's turn it off for now. So, did anything change? Water stopped flowing. Thank you, Mr. Obvious. Junpei, I'm leaving this one to you, alright? This thing is totally filled with water. It's totally filled with water. Couple wavy lines over the mirror. Drain's clogged, more like the water isn't drained out of the sink. Okay, I guess none of the items I have can do anything to this, so, bye, Lotus. Let's check this room, because we have the mirror now, so maybe that will help. Oh yeah, we probably just use this mirror to reflect the light. And just gonna figure out where to reflect the light. Maybe it goes somewhere a little easier to shine the light on. So we shine the light mirror in the back. I get it, if I shine the light on a mirror, symbols appear. Left side has a sun, and the right has a moon symbol. I'm gonna remember this. And on there, 47. Get some numbers. See a 4 and a 7. 4 and a 7. It was like E equals 14 equals E. Door that doesn't open, I wonder if this is part of the puzzle. Alright, I don't know what else to do in here. Kind of blue design. Oh, hey, this has water in it now. There's water in this room, too. What do you mean, this room, too? I turned on the faucet in the other room. It looks like it made water come up through here. The drain in the other room just runs here, and the water from over there pushed it out of this tile. So we can get the tile. We've got this tile. And it's got these red and blue and gray lines. What the heck does this stuff mean? Hell if I know. Up. Junpei put the wet tile into his pocket. He was about to turn away when there was a noise behind him.
What the?
Spun around to see Seven kneeling on the floor. His face was rigid and pale. Droplets of sweat covered his forehead.
Hey, what's going on? Are you okay, man?
Are you?
You're sweating like crazy.
Yeah.
Are you all right?
I mean, Zebai, it was a 2-use screwdriver. He was concerned. He never seen Seven like this before. Slowly, the other man lifted himself to his feet, on shaky legs.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just got a little dizzy, that's all.
Did you remember anything? His face was pale and his breathing was heavy. Sweat poured off his face and stained his shirt.
That's definitely more than just a little dizzy.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You don't look so good.
He just pushed it hard. Seven didn't answer. Half of his face was twisted as if distorted by extreme pain, and his eyes were glazed. Finally, he spoke.
What am I doing here?
You're helping us solve puzzles. Words made no sense.
What are you talking about? We opened the number 2 door and walked in here. Don't tell me you forgot.
No, that's not what I mean.
Okay. He shook his head several times, as if trying to clear something from it.
It ain't much, but I think some of my memories came back.
Ooh.
I think I've been here before.
Deja vu.
Uh...
Deja vu, deja vu.
Huh?
Huh?
I said I've been in this room before.
Ooh.
You were here? When? Why?
Were you one of the passengers of the Titanic?
Aoi. Lion. Nona.
Suddenly, Seven was mumbling to himself. They were words Junpei didn't understand. Seven's hoarse voice trailed off, and Junpei couldn't make out what he'd said.
What the hell was that?
Seven's brow furrowed furiously, and he ground his teeth back and forth.
It's right there. I feel like I'm this close to remembering everything, but I just can't.
Oh, poor guy. Seven stopped, frustrated. He pulled his hat off and ran a hand through his hair. Then suddenly, he looked up, his eyes wide.
That's right, an experiment. There was some kind of experiment going on this ship.
Ooh.
An experiment?
I'm sure those 3 names have
What
no
sort of
importance at all.
They were trying to control people.
Oh, boy.
Or something like that.
What the hell are you talking about?
Junpei didn't know what to make of Seven's story. Instead, he simply stared as Seven continued.
Chloe, Light, and Nona. Those were their names.
Okay.
Some of them. The kids that were in the experiment, I mean.
Ooh.
I think there were 4 or 5 more, but I don't remember all their names.
Okay, that would only be... I mean, if 7 was part of them... And if there were 5 more, that would be 9.
Yeah, that's right. That's why I'm here.
Why are you here? Seven began to mumble to himself and wander aimlessly around the room. He looked confused. So far as Junpei could tell, the man was simply rambling, and there were odd twitches to his movements.
Experiment.
Experiment 626.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Those kidnapped kids. Was I working that case?
Maybe. Seven continued to mumble to himself about things that meant nothing to Junpei.
Huh?
Sure, those are just 3 random names. No further relation. Yeah, nah, no, that wouldn't make any sense. Junpei didn't have any answers for him, of course. He couldn't understand what was happening to Seven. All he could do was wait. After a few minutes, Seven finally stopped.
Wait, under this bed.
Yeah? He crouched down and looked under the bed. His faith registered mild surprise and began to mumble to himself again.
The home's gone? No, maybe it was a different room. There's gotta be a ton of rooms on this boat that look just like this one.
Yeah, maybe. At last, Junpei couldn't contain himself any longer.
What exactly do you remember? Maybe you could stop talking like a crazy person and tell me what's going on here.
Seven stood up slowly.
Well, it's not like I really remember everything. I've only got bits and pieces, and they're scattered and don't make much sense.
Okay.
I don't care. Tell me the bits and pieces then.
Tell me everything. Junpei could feel it. Whatever Seven had remembered, it was important. Very important.
Okay.
Seven drew a large, muscled hand down across his face. As he wiped the sweat from his brow, he spoke.
From what I can remember, I think I was a cop.
Ooh.
A cop?
Yeah. I was looking for that group of kids that got kidnapped 9 years ago.
Okay.
You remember that, right? It was all over the news.
Maybe. I'm in college. I might have been, like, in middle school when that happened.
Yeah, I was still in school. I don't remember all the details, but I do remember some of it.
Oh, okay.
I think it was a bunch of kids right around my age. They all just disappeared.
Oh,
Nobody
no.
knew why. It was all over TV and the newspapers every day. So you're saying you were investigating it?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
That's a 16 boys and girls.
There was this medical company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals that had something to do with those kids.
Okay.
After I figured that out, I managed to get some information out of somebody who worked for them. I think it was...
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Okay.
Yeah, that had to been it.
They went to a boat.
That's why I went to the wharf. From the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship he was talking about.
Okay. Just got, like, sacks of kids.
There was a bunch of movement near it. Men in black suits, many of them were carrying large bags.
Yeah.
The bags. There was something about the way they moved as they were carried.
I'm guessing they're full of
No
kids.
doubt about it. There were human beings in those bags. I moved before I realized it. I came out of hiding with my gun already in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Don't move.
I felt metal touch the back of my head.
Oh.
Drop the gun.
He kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull. There was nothing I could do.
Yeah.
I said and laid my gun on the ground.
Yeah. Got knocked
A
out.
sharp pain in my neck.
A drug?
That was my last thought. My face hit cold concrete. I was out like a light after that.
Remember anything else? Apparently you remember a hole somewhere in one of these
I
rooms.
woke up on a hard floor. Damn it. Shit, my head hurts. Where am I? A small, shabby bed, a dirty sink, a toilet with no privacy. I'd seen it countless times as a cop. I'm in a cell, huh? Facing the toilet was a door set into the wall.
Yep.
It was still pretty woozy, but I made my way over to it. I pushed and pulled on it, but
It was obviously locked.
it won't open. Not like I expected much else.
Yeah.
Would be dumb enough to put me in a cell and leave it unlocked. Threw myself against the door a few times, but it wouldn't budge. I knew it. Gave up
I
and made
knew
my
it
way
would
back
be
to the
locked.
bed and sat down.
Yeah, drugs is bad. Remember, kids, don't do milk and drink your drugs.
I sat there for a very, very long time. Who knows how long. Then, I heard a faint voice.
Ooh.
The voice
Okay.
was far away. I couldn't understand what it was saying. but I could hear one. It was pretty high, probably a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Milk, not even once.
No, it was several. I hear 5 or 6, maybe more.
Ooh.
Where? Where are they coming from? I pressed my ear to the wall and tried to listen through it. No, that's not it. Left. It's coming from under the bed? I hauled
Ooh.
the little frame and flipped the thing over.
We got monsters under the bed? Did he hear 7, though? Could 7 hear 7?
And there it was. The bed had hidden an air vent under it. The hole in the wall was covered by a metal grate.
Yep.
I dropped flat on the floor and peered through the grate. I couldn't see shit, but I knew it in my gut. This was where those voices were coming from. Hold up. Why are there kids here? But then what
I
the
mean,
inside man told me popped into my head.
you're on the boat, I guess.
A ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Am I on that ship?
Apparently.
It didn't matter. All I knew was I had to get to those kids. I checked out the metal grate. Could I fit?
You do not look like you could
I
fit.
stuck my fingers in and grabbed it. And then...
Why do they choose the toilet as the backdrop for that? Why would you choose a toilet for the backdrop of that sound?
I finally got the damn thing off. Sweat was dripping down my face, so I wiped it off and crawled inside.
He does not fit that vent. No, he very clearly should not fit that vent. Junpei waited for Seven to resume his story. The longer he waited, however, the clearer it became that Seven had no intention of doing so. How Seven made it through the vent is a real mystery. He had gone silent, simply stared off into the air, his eyes blank.
What happened after that?
I don't remember. He waited long enough, but Seven shook his head.
I don't remember what happens after that.
Well, you apparently survived, so...
I think I found some kind of door out of the duct. And I think I found some kids, too. Not good. Why can't I remember what happened next?
Ah, man, what happened to the kids, Seven? Did you save them?
I don't know. I don't know if it was me. I've got this feeling. I think one of the kids died.
Oh.
A girl, I think.
Huh?
Oh. Deep in his heart, Junpei felt something very cold. Seven's head dropped, and Junpei saw on it a look of sadness, the likes of which he had never seen on the man before. Large man's eyes blinked rapidly, as if he were fighting back tears, and swallowed hard. His sight was like a melancholy setting of an old abandoned building. You obviously remember kids, apparently. He shook his head and spoke.
Just please don't ask me anymore, okay?
Okay.
I really don't remember anything else.
After that, Junpei could hardly try to force any answers out of the other man.
It's fine. Don't push yourself. Going by what he said?
Junpei left Seven to put himself together and instead began thinking everything over.
The children who had been kidnapped 9 years before? Apparently, a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals had been behind it all. They'd taken the children to the same ship we're on now. They'd been brought here for an experiment. Seven said it had something to do with controlling human beings. The 16 children who had been kidnapped were the subjects.
Oh man, were they creating mind control drugs?
Seven had said 3 of their names were Aoi, Light, and Nona. I think that's all I got. Oh, and Seven is, or was at some point, a cop.
That's important. That'll come up later.
I didn't use any of this information anyway. I didn't learn anything about the nonary game or Zero. Why were we brought to the same ship where they'd done those experiments 9 years ago?
Maybe one of them is Zero.
Just what the heck is this about controlling human beings? That's nuts. Did they really conduct an experiment like that?
I'm sure many experiments like that have been conducted throughout human history. For a long, Junpei realized he had spent quite some time deep in
I don't
thought.
have time to just stand here thinking. I need to get moving.
Junpei, you do that all the time. Shut up. Shook his head quickly to clear it and returned to his investigation, thoughts swirling in his mind. Alright, the only thing I didn't check, I didn't see what this toilet actually had. Yeah, okay, obviously a sun. Sun symbol we saw in the dark room. Yeah, there's some kind of number hidden there, too. And maybe the number was how many times we took a piss? No, it's gotta be how many times we flushed. I might need to go back into the other room to check. Okay. 4, 7. It looks like sun equals 4. Sun equals 4, moon equals 7. I'm just gonna put that in chat. And E equals 14. It's saying there's no light shining on it. It's saying but there's no light shining on it. Can I shine it on here? All it shows me is the pipe. What about the toilet paper? Aw, nothing special about the toilet paper. I don't really think I need to bother shining light on it. Alright. I don't think the tile's gonna do anything on here. Or it doesn't open. I wonder if this is part of the puzzle. Yeah, the towel didn't work on that either. So... let's check the emergence. Bunch of tiles. The emergence maybe means we need to emerge out of here. Can we enter? Okay. Just keep telling me emergence. Bed without a pillow, that's pretty much it. Blanket looks cold, blah blah blah. Drawing on the mirror is like part of the image on the towel. The towel is a river and a spring, is it? Mirror has a river, that's indicating the sink then. Okay, I think that's supposed to be the clue that these, like, travel to each other. Okay, I can't do that. Maybe I have to use this on here? Tile we found here are the same size. When I touch the tiles, it feels something weird. Huh? I can move these tiles. That means, maybe you swap the tiles, we get on here, the tiles on the wall, something will happen. Suppose now we just need to figure out what those strange designs on the tiles mean. Anyway, we should look into those tiles all the same size. You're right, let's meet back here when we've done a thorough search. Do we... Still rooms we haven't checked. What? I mean, the only thing I can think of that we haven't done yet is open up this drawer. Drawer that doesn't open. I wonder if this is part of the puzzle. Probably. If we still had that screwdriver, maybe this would work. What does this drawer even do? Okay. Bed is really dirty. Blanket, dirty blanket. Draw the mirror, look at the part of design on the towel. The design was a river and a spring, right? Picture on the wall is a spring. It's talking about the water that's in the sink. Yes. Okay. I don't think there's anything else to do with the sink, then. Alright, took the... Alright, let's check back in here, I guess. Tiles vital, unsurprisingly, Lotus refused to go anywhere near it. This do anything? What? Second time? Oh, okay, so, this one we need to do 7 times. 3... 4... 5... 6... 7... Huh? Did you hear something? I heard a loud flushing noise. No, not that. Did in here? Well, it's vile. Unsurprisingly, Lotus refused to go near it. Let's go into the sun door. Or the sun toilet. When you manipulate is that string. Chances of puzzle when triggered by accident. 1... 2... 3... and 4. There it is again. It makes the same weird sound when I pull that string. Same thing happened in the other room. That means... I don't know. Didn't you think it's a little suspicious the other room gave us a hint to figure this one out too? You're right. The room next door is just like this one, so that leaves the dark room. Okay, into the dark. And I guess that will mean that you are open. Yay! Oh, the drawer opens easily enough. Tile. Okay. So E equals 14. I'm guessing that's going to be something for the submergence then. I think we should use the tiles here, but there's still rooms we haven't checked yet. I should come back. What? What other tiles could there be? Looks like a toilet. Pretty old school toilet. Guess that makes sense, though. Should probably seem pretty old, too. I mean, I guess I still haven't used this thing. Or, like, the, desk drawer. No. Can I put it into here? Sound like something falling. What was that? Heard it too. Let's open the drawer. What? Whatever. There's a tile in here. I guess that's what made the noise, huh? I see. The drawers weren't the same size. That's why the tile didn't get knocked down by the other drawer. Alright. Now do we have them all? Okay, well, it looks like we've investigated all the rooms. The only mystery left is that door. Alright, let's crack the mystery then. We've got 4 tiles. There are a bunch of tiles of the same size lined up on the wall there. Place 4 of the tiles with the ones that we got. That should open the door. There's only one way to find out. Okay. So, oh. We have to replace all of the E's. That makes sense. Emergent. Here's something wrong. Does that mean we got it right? Yes, it looks like we did. 14 hidden on the tile. If you convert it's an E. Basically, the E's and the emergents are the 14s from those tiles. If we replace it, that gives us the answer. Do you really care why it worked? Let's just get out of here. Yes, let's go. You found it! Okay, it's still novel. There were hidden 14s. Apparently, yeah. I mean, there was the toilet that said E equals 14. Junpei jogged down the short staircase and looked around.
Oh, what the hell is this place?
It looks like some sort of electrical... It honestly... It looks like a place for an electrical chair. Words had sprung unbidden to his lips, but it was clear why. Junpei shivered. Lotus and Seven reached the bottom stairs and stopped short, terrified.
Ugh, this room is really creepy.
Mm-hmm.
I think we ought to get the hell out of here now.
Yeah. He jogged up the staircase to the opposite side of the room, shook the door on the wall next to the catwalk. Of course it did. Of course it didn't work. It didn't open, and he muttered to himself.
Figures.
It's locked, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep. Don't know why I thought this would be any different.
We could be hopeful.
So, what is this room for, anyway?
Junpei looked around the room again.
Well, there's a chair in the center of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, looks uncomfortable to say the least. I'd rather not sit in it if I can avoid it.
I wouldn't want to sit in there either. Back of it was covered with electrodes connected to a nest of wires.
Looks like it's placed over some kind of glass panel. Too dark to look through it, though.
Yeah, that doesn't look good either. On the right side of the room, there was a table covered with a piece of cloth.
This isn't dried blood on the tablecloth, is it?
Probably is. On top of the table was a number of metal instruments. Junpei didn't know what they were for, and he had a feeling he didn't want to find out.
Oh, what the hell is this?
Okay. One of them is an axe, one of them is a wrench, one is a set of pliers.
What are these tools for?
That's not something I even want to think about.
Yeah. Shook his head in an attempt to clear it and try to focus on something else.
No doubt about it. This room's dangerous.
Yes.
Let's make our search quick so we can solve the puzzle and get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I agree.
Come on.
Seek a way out. Torture room. Wow, game. Okay. What's wrong, Junpei? What are you doing on the floor? I thought maybe if I got down here I could see through the glass. It's not working, though. You don't think it's just a large sheet of glass they put on the indentation? I don't know. I mean, why would they do that? The placement of the chair? You're not making sense, Junpei. What's your point? Well, I'm not sure, but don't you think there's something under the glass? Glass is one away, just like a police station, you know? We just covered something that makes it look opaque. It doesn't matter how close I get, can't see anything. Echoes when I knock on it, though. Or if it's hollow. Real creepy chair. The manacles just make me think it was used to torture people. And we can't open these manacles without a key. Sort of weird symbols on them. Something on the screen. This device conducts the experiment. Once the experiment is completed, the door will unlock. First, adjust the switches to match the blocks and then sample above. Huh? I don't know what this thing is. We gotta figure out this puzzle. It's right next to a torture chair. Whatever this is, I don't think it's good. I mean, we just adjust the switches to match the block up on the top, right? Adjust the switches shown at the four corners of the screen and press the check button. Junpei, we don't know what this thing does. You can always come back to it later if there's some other things you can do. Okay. I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing. I'm gonna switch more blocks show up on the screen. So you gotta figure out which buttons you have to press in order to get the screen to match the diagram. Try to figure out what the button does. What? Want to see how many blocks add up? Just turn on one switch. Them are off. There aren't any blocks, right? And you see how many switch adds. Yeah, I get it. Well, at first I need the diagram. So, catwalk. Get around without staying on the floor. Red, yellow. You think the colors mean anything? No idea. I mean, red looks more dangerous, but other than that, bottom of this one's covered in rust. I don't think it'll move at all. There are buttons labeled A through F. Wonder if they do anything. Down you go. So press it again. Back you come. Guess these buttons switch on something on or off when you press them. These dials, gauge is at 0. It doesn't look like it's gonna move. All the dials point in different directions. Maybe some of them return them. Ha! Shoot! They're all rusted. I guess turn them doesn't really do anything. Ton of knobs here. Doesn't seem like any of them do anything though. It's broken. Lever's gotta turn on something. Of course they would. All they can do is turn on something to turn something off. What's important is what they turn on or off. Don't say the floor is suddenly gonna open up. And then base the lever. Yeah, it feels like some movement should be able to pull this one. Alright, let's pull the lever. Pull the lever, Kronk! Is that water? What the hell? What's going on? Will you calm down? It's just water going somewhere. It sounds like it's underneath us. That means the floor. Oh. Junpei, look. What'd she... Oh, damn. I can see through the glass now. Oh. EDBF. There are a couple letters in the color of blood written on the shark's belly. It's dead. Looks like the letters are E, D, B, and F. Whatever these are for, here it has to be in this room somewhere. Alright, E, D, B, F. What? There's a strange noise coming from the chair. Looks like it's been turned on. Guess the puzzle here was the power that's in a specific way. What kind of symbol? Well, if I got it right, I think this is the sun symbol. Angles still locked in place. There's a sun symbol engraved on both of them. Okay, so we need some sort of sun key. We haven't checked here at all. Number of ominous instruments. So you've got an adze and a hammer, a pair of forceps, and these other things are too old and broken. I have no idea what they are. Hey, doesn't this wrench look like way too new to be here of all this other stuff? Yes, it does. I didn't notice it before you mentioned it, but it's not rusty at all. A wrench. Number of rusted-looking tools. I don't think any of the others are going to be useful. Probably not. That's the door we came through. Of course, the entrance is locked. What did you expect? There's no point trying to go back. Let's keep going forward. Yeah, fair enough. Cover's bolted pretty good. Should I be able to get these bolts off of the wrench we just found, though? Yep. Sweet, it's open. What is in it? You can see even the cover's off. Well, you can't see it, but there's enough room to stick your arm in. Sure you want to do that? Could be something dangerous in there. Okay, I admit that scares me a little, but we need to see if there's anything useful in there. Right, here we go. Arm into the hole. Hey, I think I feel something. It's small, cold, and hard. Doesn't feel like there's anything else in here. Alright, let's see what this thing is. We found the sun key. We still haven't found any sort of diagram. We can open up this thing, but the sun key should have been the keyhole of these manacles. Sun key you go, and yes! Great, they're open. I don't think we're gonna need the sun key again in here, though. Just seems unlikely. Alright, Sunky, you've done your jobs. Into my pocket with you. Well, they're open. What are you gonna do now? Let's just look around some more. I got a feeling that something will happen. Right. We should try and figure out what the device in the corner is for at any rate. This one? Might as well try. Let's give it a shot. Nope, no dice. This thing isn't going anywhere. Oh, give me that. You just ain't man enough. Sure, pal, you give it a shot. Let's see how much more of a man you are. Hey, you're going to break it. Man, that thing's not going anywhere. When she says the thing in the corner, does she just mean the device we already, like, checked out a little bit? I guess. There's a switch to the bottom to match the blocks on top, and to match the blocks on top. All right. Okay. Okay, I think I see what it wants me to do. No, that doesn't work. These two together do anything? Nope. No. Ah, that one's pretty close, though. Now it's not. No. Nope. These two? No. Nope. Yeah. Nope, it's still off there as well. Let's see what the hint act. Oh! Okay, that shouldn't say a hint. That should actually be like, hey, yeah, that should be clearer about what the hint is supposed to be. I was just guessing blindly. I thought we had to do it like this. I know that was... So I know that that was a thing because of, like, this was originally a DS game, so that was supposed to be the top screen, and we were supposed to be adjusting it for the bottom screen. That should have been clearer that that's what hint was showing you. Has been clean, now proceeding to execution phase. To complete the experiment, data must be collected from subject. Once preparation is completed, place subject in chair. Whoa, I thought we solved the puzzle already. What does that mean by preparation? I don't know. I've got a bad feeling about this. I think this means one of us has got to sit in the chair. Well, 7's never gonna fit in that thing. It's either you or me, Junpei. Collecting data. Wonder if it's gonna run electricity through the subject. There's a human head on the screen. Maybe it's gonna zap the brain with a little electricity. This really doesn't sound safe. Anyway, we've got to prepare. We can talk about this after we figured out what it means by preparation, alright? Well, once it's a prayer, maybe we ought to ask what it is that we need. Restraint device is unlocked. Please seat subject and device. Message on the screen was disturbingly detached.
Well, like we thought, it's not going to work unless someone sits in it.
Yeah.
How ironic that this would be the situation in which this slim, beautiful body is useful.
Okay.
Lotus, are you sure?
We could do it too, Lotus.
Sit in it and you can solve.
Junpei's right. If we screw it up...
7 couldn't bring himself to finish the thought. His eyes fell into the floor. Junpei followed them. Beneath them was the dead shark, floating underneath the glass. Perhaps it had been killed by an electric
I'll be
shock.
fine. Even if I fall in, the shark is already dead.
But
No one likes an indecisive man, Junpei. I can still give you advice from the chair too, you know.
Okay.
I just don't want to stay in this room any longer than we have to. Go over to that screen and let's get this over.
I'd rather die than stay in this room. After her words, had made it clear that Lotus would book no argument. She turned and walked towards the chair without hesitation. But she did not sit down. Despite what she had said, she did indeed feel hesitation. Her legs shook.
Look, do you think you could do me one last favor?
Okay.
Don't say last.
You're making me nervous.
Yeah.
Just listen.
Okay.
If something happens to me, I want you to tell my daughters. Tell them that I loved them very much.
Oh.
No, tell them that I will always love them.
Mm-hmm.
Daughters.
You've got kids?
Yes, I do. I suppose they're about your age, Junpei.
Oh.
They're twins. I had them when I was young after... well, some things happened.
Oh.
Their names are Nona and...
Wait. Nona?
Oh. Junpei's words shut out before he even realized what he was saying. He remembered the stories Seven told him.
Aoi, Light, and Nona. Those were their names. Well, some of them. The kids that were in the experiment.
But what the hell? What's wrong with you?
That was... Oh. Lotus took a step back from Junpei.
Oh.
Seven looked just as shocked as Junpei. He blinked his eyes rapidly as if he weren't sure he was completely
No,
awake.
It couldn't. Lotus, is your last name Kashiwabara?
Oh? Lotus's eyes went wide.
How do you know that?
Are you serious?
Oh.
What the hell is this? There's no way you're that kid's mom.
That kid? Wait, what do you mean that kid? Why are you acting like you've met her?
Oh. I guess he has met her.
I have.
What?
Huh?
Yeah, I met one of your kids.
When?
9 years ago.
Where?
On this ship.
On this
Why
ship.
would you...
It's not a short story.
Look, I don't care
Yeah,
how
no,
long it is.
we should
Oh,
tell her this one.
Please, what happened here?
Never guessed that one of those names would matter this early. I mean, this early, you're right, but yeah.
Fine, I'll tell you.
Seven glanced at Junpei, then turned back to Lotus, and began to speak. It was the same story Junpei had heard only minutes before, every detail.
But... And then... that was when... From there, it looked like... just as if, finally...
Just the last one, just...
That's all I remember from 9 years ago.
At last, Seven finished. Lotus shook her head.
Oh my god. Everything I've been looking for the last 9 years. The person who had all the answers was right here.
Oh.
Looking for?
Yes, that's right. 9 years ago, my daughters disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Then 9 days later, they came back.
Of course it was 9 days later.
They never told me what happened to them over those 9 days. I took them to the doctor, but I was told they hadn't been hurt in any way. Still, I was sure that they had been through something terrible.
Yeah, probably.
So I couldn't bring myself to force them to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
If I did, then I'd force them to relive whatever horrors they'd been through.
I can understand that.
I didn't have any choice. I had to try and ignore it and move on.
Yeah, but you can't really do that, could you?
A few months passed. Gradually, they started to act like they always had, before they disappeared.
Oh.
They smiled and made jokes and did all the silly things kids do. It got harder and harder for me to ask them about what happened.
Hmm.
How could I ask them to remember that? Eventually, I knew there was no way I could do it.
Oh.
But I'm still a mother. I couldn't simply forget that something
You're gone for
terrible
over a
happened to
week.
my children.
Seemed professional would probably be good. I guess... She says she took them to a doctor. Maybe that included that? I don't know.
So I decided I would investigate what happened on my own. I would find out what happened during those 9 missing days.
What did you find out?
Nothing. The police pretended to be concerned, but they didn't do anything. Once the 16 children who'd gone missing came back, things were just... Even the media didn't talk about what had happened. I figured someone was probably paying or threatening them to keep their mouths shut.
I'm guessing Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Yep.
No, probably something even bigger than that.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
It was a king-size bed pharmaceuticals.
Have you heard of them before?
No. It's the first time I've ever heard that name. 7. How did you find out that Cradle Pharmaceuticals was connected to the kidnappings in the first place?
From some guy, apparently.
I figured finding out whatever the victims had in common would lead me to the culprit. That's what any good cop does.
Yeah?
What did they have in common?
Every single one of the kids who disappeared had gone to this one hospital at some point.
Oh?
The hospital was one of a bunch that were under the control of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Oh.
It was just about connecting the dots.
The hospital.
The hospital.
And for a while, I was trying to get some kind of information out of the kids at the hospital. One of them told a weird story.
What was it?
Have you heard about the Gansfeld experiment?
No?
I guess all these kids had to go through it while they were at the hospital. I think it was passed off as some sort of counseling.
Alright.
Call it again?
Oh, the Gansfeld experiment. This is how it's set up. First, subjects Q and A are put into separate rooms, far away from one another.
Okay.
Then a series of video images are shown to subject Q, who is told to send the images to subject A by thinking about them.
Okay. This is more morphogenetic
A
fields.
large reclining chair and given a blindfold. With their senses cut off, A is asked to guess what images Q is looking at.
Oh, yes, I've heard of that. It's a famous telepathy experiment, isn't it?
Yay.
Telepathy. That's how the experiment on this ship was supposed to work.
What?
The experiment to control people. Right?
Where did you get that? Where'd you get the idea of telepathy from, Junpei? That was never mentioned.
I don't know if any of the telepathy stuff really exists, but maybe someone from Cradle Pharmaceuticals bought into it.
I would assume a pharmaceutical company wasn't trying to control people with telepathy. They were trying to do it with drugs. Does everyone except Junpei have random pseudoscience facts or crypto trivia on the ship? I mean, Junpei had some. He knew about the Olympic, the Titanic and the Olympic being swapped. Junpei had been thinking hard for the last several moments and finally spoke.
Even
Or
if
7.
that is the case, I still don't get how that has anything to do with any of this. The notary game, 0, why we were kidnapped. What does any of that have to do with telepathy?
Are we going to levitate this boat out of the water? That's how we save
I
ourselves?
know I brought all this up, but I have no idea. Maybe none of this stuff is connected after all.
I learned that from June way back. Maybe. Then in that moment of silence, cold voice echoed down from the ceiling.
No subject has been detected. Unless a subject is detected within 60 seconds, all power will be shut down.
Uh-oh.
System recovery is estimated to take 1 hour.
Okay, yeah, I guess
If you wish
we...
to proceed with the experiment, please seat subject in the restraining device.
Alrighty
Whoa.
then.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going.
Oh, no, that's not what we...
No,
Hurry up
no.
and get it over with.
Oh,
Junpei,
Lotus.
I'm counting on you.
Lotus.
Right.
Also, we never learned the other kid's name. Sat down in the chair. Junpei looked at her one last time, then made his way to the monitor.
Lotus, please, tell me right away if you feel anything weird.
You worry too much. Now get on with it and be a man, or June's gonna leave you.
Lotus was putting on the best act she could manage, but her legs were shaking so much that if she hadn't been sitting, she likely would have fallen down.
Lotus.
Failure was not acceptable.
Okay, let's do this.
Junpei took one last deep breath and stared at the monitor. Oh no. Okay. This looks terrible. Okay. Did I just solve that already? Did that seriously just happen? Somebody clip that, please. Oh, man. The door will now unlock. I can hear the doors unlocking, and now we've got a new message. Release subject from restraining device. Lotus, are you alright? Yes, I am. Glad nothing bad happened. I don't think my life could... But I think my life got a little shorter. I'll get you out right away. Shouldn't take long for 7Me to get her out of here. Let's get out of here now. Being a guinea pig is not for me. Damn straight. I'll never want to see this thing again. I need to show that to Mifa later on. I'm sure they'll be furious with me. Okay, it's still on novel.
Yeah, but I don't see any doors.
Yes, we just need to keep going.
Okay.
Right. Let's go.
It turned left twice before they saw the elevator. Oh, the hallway. I'm just like,
An elevator.
Just what we need. Let's take this to C-Deck.
And it has the Saturn one on it. Jogged up to it. So we can use it, apparently. Push the C button. Or it just works in general. The elevator motor ground away before long. They found themselves once again on C-Deck. I don't even know what I was doing in that one. I just started pressing buttons randomly. I'm just like, okay. Here's the other thing that will probably make all of you guys mad. I didn't realize that there were 2 settings for each of those buttons until after I already solved it. That's why I suddenly switched to the other side, because I'm just like, okay, I guess I already clicked the buttons like on here enough times, so let's check out the other side. I didn't even realize that. I don't even know how I solved it. It just happened.
Huh?
Oh. Could find 4 other people waiting for them. There were none.
Here.
Where did they go?
Where did they go?
I have no idea.
Lotus shrugged. Something in the pit of Junpei's stomach stirred. He tried to forget the feeling and took off down the long hallway before him.
Hey, Junpei!
We should follow him.
I would hope you were following me. 7 Lotus followed at a run. They ran and ran and ran. Hallway seemed endless.
I know where we need to go. The door behind the central staircase.
Okay. Oh, the sun door.
Symbol on the keyhole of that door.
Yes.
And I happen to have the sun key in my pocket right now.
Yes, we do.
This should open that door.
That was why they ran for the central staircase. Ran for quite some time when they arrived at the door at the end of the hallway. Junpei stopped.
All right, time to open this.
He laid his hand on the doorknob, his breathing heavy. 7 laid a hand on his arm.
Hold on a sec there.
Huh?
We don't have the key for this one yet.
What do you mean?
Right?
Oh. Which one is that? Oh, Jupiter.
That's...
Oh, it's the Jupiter symbol.
7 was right. They had no Jupiter key.
We can't open this door.
Unfortunately, no, we can't.
No, we cannot.
Jeez, the sun door's gotta be just on the other side of this, you know? We can't just stop.
Frustrated, he twisted the doorknob. Hey, it worked. The door opened.
It opened.
What?
That's a
Others
first.
must have found the Jupiter key.
Well, what are we waiting for?
As he spoke, he shoved the door. He shoved the door the rest of the way open. They rushed through and stopped cold.
What?
The terrible scene before them made their blood run cold. Oh! Oh! 3 people lay dead on the floor, covered in blood. So, June murdered everybody, it seems.
Why?
I guess. Okay. June's the murderer. Felt cold sweat trickle down his spine. Either June or somebody else on this ship. Which I guess is still possible. Couldn't breathe, his legs shook. Body felt cold. Deathly cold. But his blood was boiling hot. Or maybe the 9th man somehow survived. I need to... Thank you, Twister. You could feel his mind begin to fade. He couldn't think. He couldn't concentrate. His mind was blank.
What the hell? What the hell happened?
Yeah, what did happen? Seven's voice was weak and broken. He edged towards the bodies, his movement stiff.
Clover.
Bent down over Clover and pressed his fingers to her wrist.
Nothing. She's dead.
Barely able to fit into the clip. Oh, thank you. Awesome, that's even better. Suddenly, Lotus moved. Before he understood what was happening, her hand was on Junpei's vest pocket.
Hey, what are you doing?
He leapt back. Lotus looked up at him, terrified.
The key! Get me the sun key!
Okay.
Why?
Why do you think? We have to get out of here before the murderer comes back!
Okay, why do I have to give it to you?
The murderer?
The murderer. The murderer. Once again, Junpei looked at the dead bodies.
Santa, Clover, and Ace. 3 people, 3 dead bodies. That means that the person who had killed them was...
Yep.
No. No, it can't be true.
It might have to be true, Junpei.
Give it to me!
If we all go, why do I have to give it to you? Dove back into his pocket and came out with the key.
Let's go!
Not waiting for Seven or Junpei, she ran straight for the central staircase. I get that she's impatient, but still, they followed. Junpei shut his eyes and swallowed his emotions. Morning would have to wait. I mean, it's already, like, it should be 4 in the morning by now, maybe 5. Stood in front of the door. Lotus shoved the sun key into the keyhole and twisted it hard. But...
Why?
What happened?
Nothing. Nothing happened. I didn't feel it unlock.
What?
Oh no. Is it the wrong key?
How?
I don't know. Maybe.
Lotus sighed defeated and leaned against the doorknob. She felt a twist. A small gap appeared between the door and the frame.
It's open.
That's why...
What the hell is this?
I guess that's why it didn't unlock. Because it was already
the door
unlocked.
Was already unlocked?
Why?
Then how would I know that?
Is there a second sun key?
Whatever, let's just go.
Did June find the second sun key? Lotus took a deep breath and slowly opened the door for the rest of the way. And they stepped inside. In front of them was another hallway. Stretched out toward the bow of the ship. They began to run. Faster and faster they ran, trying desperately to reach the end of the hallway. A few seconds later, they were there. In front of them stood a massive metal door. They were all breathing heavily as Junpei spoke.
What the hell is this door?
It's a large metal door.
I can't see anything that looks like a doorknob or switch or lever or card reader or anything. How the fuck are we supposed to open this?
Determination?
We don't have a choice. We're gonna have to go
Hard
back.
work and determination?
No, I'm not going back there. There is a murderer back there.
The murderer, to be honest, Lotus, the murderer's probably here if the door's unlocked. There's more stark terror in Lotus's voice than authority. She was almost
I
begging.
don't see any other doors.
As he spoke, Seven stepped toward the door in front of them, as if to illustrate as if it were the only door. I guess it's automatic.
No way.
It opened by itself.
It's an automatic door?
Apparently.
Look, guys, I've got a really bad feeling about all this.
I do too.
The other doors were already unlocked, and this one's automatic.
Yeah.
We haven't seen anything like this before.
Everything points to June or whoever actually murdered everybody being behind this.
Bad feeling.
How could their situation possibly get worse? Junpei's not wrong here. 3 people were already dead. 5 in total.
We've hit bottom. This can't get any worse. Shit!
Hey, Junpei!
He stepped through the door.
I can't take this anymore. No one can.
And whatever hope Junpei had managed to summon disappeared.
No. It's a lie. It's gotta be. This can't be real. No. It's impossible.
What's impossible?
Just wake up already. Someone please tell me it's all just a joke. I'm imagining things.
Oh no.
Yep, that's it. This is all obviously a lie. It's a big, elaborate trick. An illusion or something. Or a dream. It's made up.
Oh no. It wasn't real, right? June. No. No, the code names meant nothing now. Connie. Connie! Junpei cried out and leapt through the door. He flew to her side, his heart like a stone in his chest.
Connie, hang on!
Junpei swept her up and shook her by the shoulders. She moaned, and her eyes fluttered open, but only barely.
Connie!
Jumpy?
Her face was pale, and her lips were dry and cracked. Her eyes were blank and cloudy. They stared straight at Junpei, but saw nothing. Junpei put his hand against the small of her back to hold her up. It felt warm and wet. He lifted his hand up. It was covered in blood.
Oh man, Connie, there's so much blood.
Nightbot with the perfect timing as always. God, I love that thing for Nightbot. It always comes up brilliantly. Somebody's gonna watch this VOD and be like, watch this VOD by the time the chat has been like erased entirely and be very confused as to why I started laughing. So I have a Nightbot command that comes up just like, hey, yeah, every now and then it's like, hey, did something happen that was funny? Make sure to clip it by pressing the clip button. And it always comes up at times where something really depressing happens. God, it's so perfect. I love it.
What the hell happened to you? How did this happen?
Oh, this is gonna be hard to take seriously now. It was all he could do to not break into tears.
Jumpy, I'm sorry.
Her voice was thin, a minuscule thread that was the only thing keeping her with him.
I might not make it.
No way. I am going to let you die. I am going to save you. I promise.
Thank you, Jumpy. Thank you so much for everything.
Save her, Jumpy!
Really happy to see you again, Jumpy. Really happy.
me that I was crap. You're gonna see me again lots more times.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta hang on, alright, Connie?
Willpower! Will the blood back into yourself!
You... Ow, what can I do? Damn it!
He looked up from Connie, desperate for something. Anything.
What's that?
A submarine. Then he saw it. A small submarine.
A submarine? What on earth is a submarine doing here?
I don't know. Maybe this was a research boat? You know, that didn't matter. Nothing mattered, except saving Connie. That was the only thing he wanted.
That's it!
There's medicine on the submarine.
Hang on, alright? There's a submarine over there. I'm gonna go see if it works.
You might not know this, but I am trained in submarine driving. I have my submarine license.
No! Don't go. Please, don't go. Please, just stay with me, okay? I want to be close to you, Jumpy. When I...
Connie.
Jumpy, did you know? You meant a lot to me when we were kids.
Oh.
I've liked you for a long time, Junpei. A really long time.
Oh. Junpei's vision had gone blurry. It took him a moment to realize his eyes were filled with tears. He could feel a piercing point of heat deep in his heart, a white-hot flame.
Jumpy, do you remember how we hung out a lot when we were kids?
Yes, I remember the
We
rabbits.
went to the pool and to the fair.
Jumpy, tell me about the rabbits.
Do you remember playing snowball at the school? They're all memories I'll never forget. All of those moments are treasures to me. But I also wanted to go to a lot of other places with you. A lot more. But that won't happen now.
Yes, they will.
No. I mean, yes. Yes, it will happen. We'll go all sorts of places, Connie. You hear me? I promise. We'll go wherever you want.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, really. Nice.
That makes me happy. Really happy.
She said it to herself, over and over, a weak smile creasing her tired face.
I feel sleepy.
No, Connie, don't fall asleep.
No.
Thank you, Jumpy. Thank you so much.
Oh. Her eyes were slowly closing. Junpei screamed, even as he felt his throat go hoarse.
Connie! Connie! Connie!
Time passed. Junpei wept, curled around Connie's body. He cried and cried until he had no tears left. When the last tear fell, Junpei was no more. His body remained, but only as an empty shell. Somewhere he heard a bell ring. It was the clock at the central staircase. It rang 5 times, then faded.
5 o'clock.
Quietly, gently, softly, he set Connie down on the floor. Slowly, Junpei stood. Only then did he realize that Seven Lotus had not followed him. Where had they gone? Slowly, he looked around the room. There was nothing. No sign that they had ever been there. It felt as though every part of Junpei's body was made of lead. Slowly, he made his way to the door he'd come through. As he approached it, it opened, sliding apart with a sound like grinding stone. Junpei passed through the gate and into the hallway. Oh, they're dead too! His heart rattled in his chest, an empty, lifeless thing. It had been so utterly broken that there was nothing left to feel. When he saw their bodies, he simply stared. It was a lake, a sea of blood. 2 bodies lay in it. There was no need to check. There was no breath left in them. His eyes lit on Lotus's wrist. Her bracelet. It was gone. He stared. It meant nothing to him. He didn't care anymore. He couldn't care anymore. Junpei's body felt numb. A part of him knew the lump of lead in his chest had once been a heart. He couldn't quite remember what it had been before. Tears poured from his eyes in great streams. He wasn't sure why. He gave up trying to make them stop. He turned around. The door opened again, and slowly, numbly, he walked through. He kept walking. Why stop? An object set in motion, simple inertia carried him forward. Eventually, he found himself in front of the submarine. His arm reached for the hatch. And then he was floating in the water. His eyes stared down. He couldn't see the bottom. His back was hot. Dimly, he felt the blade of a knife in it. Who? One dead body lay behind the door number 5. The body of the 9th man. Another lay in the shower room. The body of Snake. At the center of the staircase were 3 more. Ace, Santa, and Clover. Just outside the door were 2 corpses. Those of Seven and Lotus. And in this very room lay the body that had once been Connie. And now, Junpei would join them. Who, then, had killed them all? Who? Junpei let out one last breath. Faintly, he felt the bubbles creep up the side of his face. His consciousness faded, quickly, dissolving away into the cold, gentle lapping of the water. What a good ending! Yay! I'm sorry if my maniacal laughing at the Nightbot thing was a bit too far, but that was just too good! What a first ending to get. Yep. That was the first ending. If you are watching this in the VOD and you're unsure, this game, we've seen the flowchart a couple of times. There are basically like 5 or 6 endings, maybe more. There are a lot of endings to this game that just like, that are determined by which doors you go through. Most endings are kind of bad as your first ending. That is true. In a lot of games like this, most of the endings are bad, or at least somewhat, or at least like neutral at best. The only good ending is when you've actually done everything. Morphogenetic field voice. Sean Chiplock. Sean Chiplock, yeah! Thank you, Rivali. So, we are going to be taking a break after after the credits finish rolling. And then I guess we'll go through another door. I'll check out the flowchart to see where it is I want to go. I think the end, or is it? We'd also get an achievement soon. Achievement unlocked. We all die by a yellow submarine. A yellow submarine. A yellow submarine. You have reached one ending. This game has multiple endings. In order to experience all the endings, you need to play through the game multiple times. Make sure to save your progress now to retain all the information you've acquired. Memory Escape has been added to the title screen. Memory Escape enables you to replay the escape rooms you have completed. Yeah. Let's save. We got the submarine ending! Yay! There. So, I guess we can do this. I guess we can do that, and then we can go to one of these two. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to... we'll start here just to get through this path, because I think we do have to go through every single pathway. The only one I'm not sure about is this one is this one. Yeah, but, we'll be doing that in a little bit. First off, let us head to break time. In the meantime, you should get a drink or a snack, use the restroom, stretch, release unneeded tension in your body, or join me in some sit-ups. I think I remember the name of that song. I think it is this. No, it is not that song. What was the song? Twisters, have do either of you know the song that was playing with where we were experiencing Connie's death? Because it's not Morphogenetic Sorrow. I thought it was. Because I wanted to do that song if I could find it. Forget? Fine. We'll just use more Somnium songs. Nah, battle songs in general, mostly no VLR. Alright. I have wanted to Invincible Rainbow Arrow, but that would be too bad. Which one is Sinking in the Chain? Well, okay, maybe not. Maybe not right now. Yeah, let's see what, No, I don't want that one. I'm gonna pick one of the Sinkin' songs if I can find it. Sure, this sounds creepy enough. We'll do, Sinking in the Chain. I'll be back in just a bit. Alright. Hope everybody had a good break. I'm a bit more composed now. Bit less maniacal laughter at very sad scenes in video games. Okay. So, yeah. So, the plan I'm gonna be doing is we're gonna go through here. Gonna pick one of these two paths. I don't know which one does which. And if I can figure out which route takes me to here, just to figure it out, as soon as we get into, I guess this would be like one of the room. I guess this would be like the first door in the room 2 door? We will just cut back to here, go down here, and then pick one of the other ones here. I think that is the best way to do this, because I think there are too many, like, locks. There are locks if you haven't gone through certain paths. You can't. So I think we might as well just get all of the information that we can right away. So, let's go here. Okay. Want to make sure. We need to go through the 5 door here.
I thought we were finished with that topic.
But then what should we do?
What should we do?
We should talk it through.
Yeah, switch back to novel.
Oh my god, enough! All we're doing is talking!
Man, we haven't heard... Had we heard Santa's voice at all during this? No, we definitely did. What am I talking about?
Talking won't solve anything! It can't help us find our way out of here!
Yeah, we heard everybody aside from Ninth Man and Snake's voice.
You really sure you want to just sit around? We've only got 7.5 hours left. We already wasted an hour and a half of our 9 hours.
Yeah, and if this goes as planned, we're gonna end up on a dead path again. So, sorry, Santa. There was already an edge of panic. What Santa told them only made them feel more intense. No one was willing to argue this time.
You're right.
Very well then. There's only one way for us to proceed.
Okay.
Sure not gonna be fun running around knowing we gotta jump when Zero says jump.
Well, it's stupid to just sit around.
Yeah, we can.
But
But what?
Yeah, let's, I'm just gonna skip ahead until we actually get to, where they tell me to make the decision. I figure there's no real need to do it like... I figure this just makes the most sense. What would our digital route be? What? Yeah, it should be 4. Do. It had to be door 5.
Hey, wait.
Junpei's cry echoed across the room. The 4 people walking toward the door stopped and turned back towards him.
I want to go through door 5 too.
Okay. Words were scarcely out of his mouth when June spoke up.
what? What are you saying, Jumpy?
I want to go through door 5.
If you're going through that door, then I'm going with you.
Okay. Turned around to look at her.
No, you can't. I can't take you with me.
We technically can.
Why?
If we brought Santa with us.
Well, you know what's in there, don't you? Are you sure you want to see that?
Well,
June opened her mouth as if to say something, but instead closed it again and looked down at the floor. Junpei felt an ache in his chest and heard clear distress, but the choice was not his to make. There was nothing else he could do. Junpei turned away from June, doing his best to silence his turbulent emotions.
Please, let me go into door 5.
Simon scratched his head and looked at the young man.
Man, now we're right back where we started, you know that?
Yes.
Junpei's bracelet is number 5, right? If we are going to add Junpei, then we must subtract 5 from the rest of us.
You can't do that? I don't think. Snake turned to Ace.
Please, take good care of Clover.
Oh yeah, never mind, that does work.
Oh, all right. That's fine.
4 + 1 is 5.
don't go away.
You need to listen to me, Clover.
Mm-hmm.
Go to door 4 with the others.
No!
Don't be so selfish.
Can you trust me? I will take care of your brother.
Why?
Tears welled up in Clover's eyes. She bit her lip and did her best to fight them off. Snake's expression softened, and he put his arms around Clover. He held her close and whispered into her ear.
You'll be fine. Just relax.
Oh. It looked as though he whispered 2 or 3 more words, but whatever they were, Junpei didn't hear them.
What did he tell her?
Couldn't help but wonder what the other man had said. Snake pulled back from his sister, his eyes kind and inquiring.
Okay. I understand.
Voice was barely audible from where Junpei stood. Or long new teams were assembled.
Let's make sure we've got this straight.
Junpei, you're the one who ruined this. I don't think you're the one who should be talking about it like this.
Those going to door 5 are...
I love that the game makes sure to show the math is right.
me, 7, and Snake.
Yes.
7 plus 2 plus 5 equals 14.
Yes.
And the digital root of 14, 1 plus 4, is 5.
Yes.
And those going to door 4 are... Lotus, Santa, June, Ace, and Clover.
Yes.
8 plus 3 plus 6 plus 1 plus 4 is 22. And the digital root of 22 is 2 plus 2, 4. We're okay with this.
We did it. We found out what 2 plus 2 equals.
No problems here.
Yes. Let's do it.
I love that we're the only ones who are... I love that we're the only one who's really allowed to make objections to things. We're the only choice that actually matters. Like, Ace was just like, hey, I'm going... Ace and 7 were both just like, hey, we're both going through door 5. We need to go through door 5. And we're like, yeah, okay, that's fine. But then Junpei said, no, I need to go through door 5. And Snake is like, okay, fine then. Get rid of Ace.
All right, then.
We're the only choice that actually matters. Perks of being the protagonist. Exactly. Seven, Snake, and Junpei scanned their numbered bracelets in quick succession. Screen of the red showed 3
Lever's
asterisks.
all that's left. Okay. All right, then. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's stand one last time, his hand resting on the lever of the red.
Please be careful.
I will try. Concern was written plainly across her face. Junpei looked her in the eyes and gave what he hoped would be a reassuring nod. He pulled the lever. Pull the lever, Kronk. No, this was actually the right lever. A sharp clack of the lock releasing, the door swung open.
And it's open.
And death. Or the pitiful remains of the 9th man.
That's messed up.
Yes, it is.
That was the 9th man.
For a moment, Junpei froze. Try as he might, his eyes would not leave the corpse, and his feet would not leave the floor. 7 too seemed paralyzed. Snake, on the other hand, seemed unconcerned. He walked calmly down the bloody hallway, and only stopped when he realized his companions were not following.
Oh.
How can you...
Well, do you intend to kill me? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you?
we just casually let Snake die here instead of in the door 3. He hadn't even been bothered to turn around. His head was, at most, slightly cocked towards one shoulder.
Sorry.
Let's go!
Junpei and 7 looked at one another, nodded, and threw themselves through the door. Unfortunately, it was too late and the door closed before they could even get through. Snake was now dead. As they did, a cold tone sounded from the left wrists of all 3 men. 7 and Junpei looked down at their bracelets. On both of them and on Snake's, a red skull had flickered to life.
The countdown started.
Of course it. Okay. This is the first time he's seen it. Process the information when. With a metallic slam, the number door behind them swung shut.
Shit, the door!
There's no turning back now.
Yep.
And if we don't manage to find the deactivation device,
Hey, where is the dead?
Where is the dead? Fear and urgency in some face reflected what all three of them
How
felt.
the hell should I know? Stay calm. Look around you.
Okay, I get it.
Junpei spun around, searching desperately for the dead.
Ah,
He found it easily enough. It was on the wall next to the closed door labeled 5.
Found it. Right here.
As he yelled, he struck the scanner with his hand. The other two scrambled to follow suit. As soon as they finished, Snake threw the lever down. Yay!
Whew. Well, it looks like it stopped.
As he spoke, Junpei wiped the sweat from his forehead with a trembling hand.
Goddamn thing's gonna give me a heart attack.
Yeah. A muscle stood out on Seven's neck, and the corners of his mouth were twitching.
Jumpy, are you alright?
No, I'm dead.
Are you guys okay?
They could hear anxious voices, muffled but distinct, from the other side of the door.
Yeah, we're fine.
the detonators have been deactivated.
Yay! They heard relief sighs and move, and even through the door, the three men could feel the tension disperse.
All right, we're moving on. Be careful, okay?
Shouldn't we tell them what the dead looks like?
Okay. Sure thing.
Or, okay, I guess that's not important. Clover was kind enough to tell us, but where none of us are apparently as kind as Clover is.
And they're gone.
Her footsteps moving away, and before long they were alone again.
Now.
Junpei looked around.
Doesn't look like we can go any further this way.
No. Hallway ended roughly 20 or 30 feet from where they stood.
Maybe this wall can be moved. Or not. It's not budging.
Hey, there's a door
Thank you,
over
Seven.
there.
Hello, door. Left, however, was a wooden door that looked positively inviting by comparison. Oh man, first class. Nice.
A first-class cabin, huh?
Well, it seems like it.
Let's have a look then,
Yay.
shall we?
We can take a nice relaxing nap. Maybe we can order some room service.
All right then, let's go.
Yeah.
Without hesitation, Snake opened the door and stepped inside. Seven followed closely behind him. Junpei moved to follow them as well, but
Oh.
he stopped just short of the threshold and looked back, not knowing why.
I don't want to look, but...
Lying in the small hallway was a man's body, or at least what was left of it. He tried hard to avoid looking at the grisly scene, but it just wouldn't leave his mind.
Oh, it's so horrible. I can't even tell what's what.
What had once been a man's internal organs now looked so much like vomit, as though someone had chewed up and spit out the better parts of his torso. It was hideous, but worse still, it was cruel. It was hard to believe the thing on the floor had once been human. A black pool of thick blood. The lumps of glistening flesh spread across the floor. The awkward, twisted tangle of shredded intestines. The head wretched to some grotesque, unnatural position.
He'd been wearing these.
Yes, he'd been wearing a lot of things, Junpei. Man's glasses lay next to his head. The lenses were cracked and the frames bent and distorted. And next to the glasses lay a bracelet, the number 9 still displayed on his face.
The bracelet's off. Oh wait, Zero did say.
Lastly, let's discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so.
People wear glasses? What? I say this wearing glasses of my own.
1. You escape from this ship. 2. More hotly, which is 0.
Oh.
In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or the paraxatic mirror's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
Oh.
The bracelet comes off when you're dead. Oh, but what the hell's the point of getting it off when you end up like this? Oh, just imagining how it must have happened. This was a human.
Yes, it was.
Oh,
Suddenly, Junpei felt his stomach convulse, and a knot of muscle gripped his throat.
oh god. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna puke. Oh, I gotta get out of here.
Smell is probably even worse than the sight, honestly. Slapped his hands over his mouth and ran to the first-class cabin. Don't throw up in a first-class cabin, Junpei. Have you no class? The atmosphere changed immediately. The room was gorgeous, and despite the apparent age of the ship, none the worse for wear.
Where did they...
He looked around. Seven and Snake were nowhere to be seen. There were 2 doors on the right side of the room. He opened the one on his right and went through.
Through here?
There's more! On the other side of the door was a short hallway. He jogged down in the hallway and opened the door on the end and peeked through. There they were, to his right, busy examining something.
What's up?
He stepped through the door and walked toward them.
Check this out.
Mm-hmm.
Found this thing here on the door.
Okay.
The red light's on. Does that mean it's locked?
I would assume so. That's usually what that means.
So I would assume.
Is there any other way out?
We looked around a little. Other than this door, we didn't find anything.
Okay.
So you're telling me that unless we can open this door?
Yes. We won't be going anywhere.
Oh no! Junpei stepped away from the door and looked around the room.
This looks like a bedroom.
Yes, it does. This
Then
is
the other room is probably a living room. Or the closest you can get to one on a ship.
I mean, this is a first-class cabin. That makes sense.
All right, let's find a way to open this door. Come on, guys.
Attention, duelist. My hair gives me security clearance to get through this door. So many rooms, so many angles. Seek a way out. Alright. Anything under the pillow? Bed with a canopy. You've seen some of this movie never in real life. Truly, you don't see too many these days. Can't see the details, obviously, but I imagine it's one of those princess beds Clover's so fond of. Clover wants one of these? Yes. She wants a princess bed. Didn't I say that? You think it doesn't suit her? Yeah, I guess you could say that. Junpei, judge her by appearances, will you? And, well, you should not. Thank you, Snake. Alright, we got a score plate. I'm pretty sure, there we go. It took Junpei by surprise. Snake, usually so calm and collected, suddenly began to move. He stared about the room, almost frantically, clearly looking for something. No, Junpei thought, not staring. After all, he's blind. Blind or not, Snake was clearly attempting to do something. At last, Junpei could no longer contain his curiosity.
What's wrong? You got weird all of a sudden.
You got weird, like, all over you. Snake waited a moment before answering.
I heard something strange.
Something strange?
Ah, well, never mind. It doesn't seem to be anything suspicious. I don't wish to toot my own horn, but my auditory senses are considerably more advanced than those of most humans.
Ah, yes. I can hear everything.
I notice even the slightest of noises.
Okay.
Right. Are you gonna tell me you can hear a needle drop from a mile away?
No, such a thing would be impossible.
Only half a mile away.
However, by listening to the sound of footsteps and breathing, as well as sound echoing off the environment, I can locate most objects.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. When Clover fell on the big staircase a little while ago, you were at her side immediately. So that was...
Yes, I could hear it happening.
I could hear her falling.
In fact, I can run quite fast. Certainly as fast as you.
Probably.
And should someone attempt to start a fight with me, I am quite confident that I could defeat them.
Snake, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you don't win the fight coming up. I've seen the future, and you didn't win.
Oh, really?
Junpei was somewhat taken aback by this revelation. He stared at Snake, skeptical.
You don't believe me, do you? Care to give it a try?
Sure.
I must warn you, you'll no doubt regret it.
Okay. Come at me, bro.
Well, I suppose that's enough playing around. Let's resume our search, shall we?
I love that for Snake. He's just like, oh, you think I can't take you? Let's fight then. Oh, no answer? Fine then, let's stop wasting time. White desk. Feels kinda fancy. It's a small round chair. Looks like it probably goes for vanity. Anything else? Yeah, this makes me miss my own bed. And sleep. We got a mirror. It's totally a table with a mirror. Yes, you know that sort of thing is known as a vanity. Speaking of vanity, are you aware of that, Junpei? Of course, vanity also refers to self-love, conceit, and narcissism. As such, you could say that every day, when a woman looks in one of these, she is staring at her own conceit and narcissism. Doesn't this strike you as terribly sad? Anything in it? Antique vanity. There's nothing in the drawer. Yep, totally empty. Alright. Oh, a map. What's this? This isn't a score. This is a map of the ship? A map? There's a map of the ship here. Yes. Yeah. And I imagine it will prove very helpful. You best hold on to it, Junpei. Okay. It's now possible to use the map screen. Yay! Let's check this. Heavy piece of paper that's been folded in half. And has score written on front. You mean a musical score? It's true, the score we found is probably in here. At least at some point. I have sheet music. Can I put it on here? Apparently not. Some sort of antique desk. Makes sense, though. I guess this whole room's full of antiques. You get a nice handful of cash for all the stuff in here. Somebody spent a lot of time carving the legs of this chair. And it's not like a twig is 7 sits on it, though. Mind your own business. There are a couple of lights on the wall here. It's a chair. It's hard to win against a bomb in your guts. Well, okay, yes, it is hard to win against a bomb in your guts, but I was talking about just like he got forced through the door. It says score on this paper. I guess you put sheet music on it. Couch is big enough for 3 people. Looks perfect for me. What? Perfect for an elegant gentleman like myself. Couch looks a lot more elegant. Hey, there's something you aren't saying. Never mind. There's an iron grate in front of the fireplace. There's something behind it. Huh? There's something in the back. Let's see if I can reach it. Just a little... God damn it, that's hot! You're real smart, are you? Come on, of course it's gonna be hot. It's a fire. Even a monkey knows it shouldn't stick its hand on a fire. Alright, I guess we aren't sticking our hand in the fire. Ooh, a vase. I get it, you're gonna use this vase, right? That's pretty clever, Junpei. Just gotta fill this thing with water. Alright, now we need to find a bathroom of some sort. Ooh, another score. There's something in this cabinet. Score plate G. Suitcase made of leather, rich mahogany. Well, shoot, looks like there's nothing in it. Leather suitcase. Dang, nothing in here. Alright, I guess that is everything. What's in this room? Hey! A bathtub. Bathtub's full of gross, cloudy water. Alright, this shouldn't be too hard to fill this vase up. Hey, Junpei, what are you doing with that over there? Only thing to do now, you got that thing full of water. Come on, what are you waiting for? Anything else in here? Well, the sink's clean. Any water? Nothing's coming out. We've got the faucet all the way, but I can't hear anything. Lights, huh? Nope, doesn't seem there's anything hidden in there. Toilet. It's a toilet. Doesn't seem to be anything in the toilet tank. What about the paper? There's some toilet paper on the wall there. Doesn't look suspicious. It's a toilet. Nothing strange going on here. Junpei, look! There's a hand coming out of the toilet! Just joking there, kid. Not funny, man. I'm too old for this shit. Incontinence is a problem many older men struggle with, but there's help. I don't think I've seen that before. Clean bathroom. There's nothing in the toilet bowl or the tank. Alright. Alrighty. Alright, time to put this fire out. About time, buddy. Let's do it. Here we go. Ah, good job. Another success. That fire didn't stand a chance. Alright, just pull this out. Don't want to get burned, so let's pull down the sleeves. Score plate. As Junpei tucked the plate into his pocket. Seven cried out and stumbled, his balance lost. He threw out a hand and caught the wall in time to steady himself, and to avoid the floor, but his face was flushed and he looked startled.
Hey, Seven, what the hell was that? Are you alright?
Oh yeah, I don't think we know that he has amnesia yet.
I'm fine. I just felt a little dizzy, that's all.
Seven rubbed a couple of his fingers across his brow and then shook his head as if to clear it.
What the hell is wrong with me? There's memory loss, now I'm getting dizzy for no reason.
Junpei.
Memory loss?
Junpei couldn't hide his surprise in his voice. Seven, for his part, seemed unconcerned.
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't tell you, huh?
Nope.
I told the rest of them before we ran into you on the stairs. I told them I couldn't remember a damn thing from before I woke up.
Okay.
Didn't realize I hadn't told you.
Whoa, wait a minute. You're talking about amnesia, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, why are you an amnesiac? What happened to you?
Why are you an amnesiac? Junpei, do you even think? Junpei, come on. Do you really think that that's gonna come out with an answer?
If I knew that, I wouldn't really be one, would I?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
Junpei paused for a moment and stared at Seven.
Are you telling the truth?
Huh?
Well, you look pretty calm for somebody who doesn't remember anything.
Well, I don't remember anything to be upset about, so...
If you've really got amnesia, shouldn't you be, like, upset or confused or something?
Junpei, we're on a death boat. I can't really afford to be upset.
Well, sure. I mean, I was pretty confused when I woke up down on D-Deck, but that was a while ago. I've had some time to get used to it. After a while, I figured it wasn't worth the trouble of worrying about it.
Yeah, like, there are other things to worry about, Junpei.
After all, why worry about something I can't change? Well, people usually don't stay amnesiacs
OMG, Junpei, you can't just ask someone why they're amnesiac.
I figure it'll work itself out eventually.
But that's it?
That's it.
I mean, Seven is apparently very collected. If, as an amnesiac, he is, like, sensible enough to be like, I can't remember anything, might as well just go about my life.
Alright, that's enough talking for now. Let's get back to work.
Then gave Junpei a look the younger man wasn't sure how to interpret and turned to walk away.
Something like that.
Somehow, though, Junpei didn't even find his reassurance very reassuring. It says score on this paper. I guess you put sheet music on it. We have so many sheet musics! Alright, what's through here? Oh, where are you going? Didn't we just come oh, never mind. Wrong door. Dead body, what's lifted? Yeah. Oh, whoop. Wrong door. There are too many doors. An upright piano. And the feel of the wood must be quite old. It didn't seem like pianos like this nowadays. Musical stand. Might as well put this in the music I found. Put this round plate at the bottom, and the glass plates too. Wait a minute. What's wrong? Well, I put them all on top of each other, but they look odd. Doesn't really look like a song. In all likelihood, we haven't found them all. We need to find more glass plates. Okay. No? What's in this one? A safe. The safe is locked. One of those dial locks. Doesn't have a key, we just need to turn the dials right and open. Find anything, Seven? Nope. How about you, Snake? I also found nothing. Hey, another score plate. Letter suitcase. There's nothing inside. I can tell by the weight, it makes no noise when shaken. Saveable dialogue won't be able until we know the right numbers. Alright, pretty clear in the song. Okay, so there's another one somewhere. It's a light switch, nothing happens when I press it. Anything on the mirror? Here we are in the mirror. What a pair. A college kid, terrifying giant with man and beanie, stuck in a cramped bathroom with this beast of a man. What would my parents say? Something wrong, Junpei? You look really sad all of a sudden. No, nothing. Wow. That was mean. The score on this page. There's a cover of a musical score sitting on the table. Can we pick it up? Sure, huh? That seems really upsetting. That's just like, hey, yeah, a musical score. We can't really do anything with it. It says score on the paper. Guess you can put some sheet music on it. What do we have in here? Yeah, we just have score A, C, and G. Well, alright, what does it actually say? Strong plate of some kind, looks like a blank sheet of music. I mean, we already checked in here. That's the door we came in from. Nothing else in the fireplace. Neither of these things have anything. The only thing I can think of is that there is still something to do with the, like, clean bathroom. There's another toilet bowl in the tank. Like, this room has to have something, right? They wouldn't put a completely useless room. Yeah, I'm gonna pull off some of the toilet paper. Rolling, 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 rolling. Hey, Junpei, I don't really think you need that much. Well, let's just wipe the slate. Let's slate clean then, shall we? Man, this water's dirty. Can't see more than 4 inches or so. Can't see anything down there. You think? Think what? Just plug in the end of the chain. Alright, why don't we just drain the water? Yeah, good plan. Alright, where's the thing? Good tug ought to be enough to get out? Huh? Alright. There's nothing in the bathtub anymore. Did that change anything with the toilet, by the way? Clean bathroom, there's nothing. Okay. Hopefully that's all of them. And then stack place on top of it. Alright, all good. Sweet! Now I can play the music! Junpei, would you be so kind as to play the piano? I am unable to, you see. I'm sure I needn't tell you, but The keys on this piano are not what you might expect them to be. C won't be C, and D won't be D, and so forth. You must listen carefully to determine which keys to strike. Do you understand? Yeah? Alright, let's give this a shot. Okay. No. So, it should be... this one? Nope. What? Okay. 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 Here. 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 And here. This one was you. You. Should be you. Oh goodness, which one was it? Ah! Oh no, it was neither of them. Okay, it was this one. And... you... do... There we go. Do do doom 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 doom. And we're done. Music is not my forte. Wait, what was that noise? Junpei, we did it. Looks like it worked. I heard something unlock over by the exit. Let's go. Good plan. Stand. Bow. Be seated. Well, I guess he hasn't forgotten that. At least Snake thinks this is funny. Ha 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 ha! Yes, I suppose that was the classroom bell, wasn't it? I don't imagine that's what Zero was thinking of, however. No, Zero almost certainly meant to suggest Westminster, not middle school. Westminster? The palace in London that plays host these days to the House of Parliament. You've heard of Big Ben, the famous clock tower, yes? Big Ben plays that very collection of notes on the hour. London. Capital of England, huh? At any rate, the door is now unlocked. Let's leave this place immediately. But that's safe. That's safe. The safe. Safe. A safe. It's a safe. A safe, huh? The exit's open. Yes, strange that we did not need to open this to achieve the goal. You think it's important? Wonder what's in there. It's a safe with dialogue on it. We won't be able to open it until we know the right numbers. So we'll have to leave it alone for now and move on. I'm guessing we'll get like the combination in a different ending in like one of these endings or something. I'm guessing we'll come back here. Alright, let's go. Alright, I think that was Junpei who said that. You found it! Okay, still on novel. Came out of the door into a long straight hallway.
Another hallway?
Mm-hmm. Paused for a moment and turned around to look behind him.
That should do it.
Seven was bent over, apparently doing something to the door.
What's he up to?
Junpei had spoke more or less to himself, but apparently Seven heard anyway. Larger man stood up and turned to Junpei.
I was just putting one of those plates in there.
Okay.
It ought to keep the door from locking again.
Oh.
Now we can come back here anytime we want, right?
That's nice.
Ah, Why would you want to come back here?
I mean, there's a safe that we couldn't open. That would be kind of important. Snake was a reasonable one. Seven thought about it for a moment before he answered.
I might like to play a little piano.
Piano?
Come on, let's get moving. We aren't out of this yet.
Just like, oh, I like the piano. Can I play the piano anymore? Of course you can. Well, I couldn't before. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius. Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius. Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius. Oh, Dr. Zaius. While waiting for an answer, Seven started off down the hallway.
Well then.
Snake shrugs, sighed, and quickly followed Seven. That's a lie, Junpei thought to himself.
I can't say I could ever imagine Seven playing the piano.
I don't know. He was talking about how fancy he looked on the couch.
He couldn't use the piano in there anyway. The keyboard's a mess.
That is true.
But why would he want to leave the door unlocked then?
The safe, maybe?
I have no clue.
The safe that we didn't need?
Wait for me.
Okay. No, you... I guess technically you never have to check the safe? But you have to open that area in order to actually find the, or to find one of the, things. Whatever. Sometime in the hallway, they emerge into a larger, more open area. I'm saying that in the case of just, like, I guess they can really, like, assure that you check the safe.
Whoa, a metal grate?
Yeah, pretty great. Ayy. A large metal grate, like the door of a jail, divided in half.
This thing...
They shook it for a while, but as they expected, it did not move.
Figures.
Are those elevators over there?
Looked like it.
No way to know if they're working or not from here. Oh, there's a door just to the left of this grate.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, however, it was locked and refused to open.
Sounds like it's locked.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Took a moment to examine the left side of the room.
Stairs leading down.
They're blocked by the grate, though.
Yes, they are.
But this here seems accessible.
So we can open it?
There's
I think it's locked too.
There is
Look.
a very large lock. That is Venus, so we need a Venus key, I guess. Well, symbol carved next to the
What's
metal.
this mark? The female symbol.
He wasn't quite sure what to make of it. Snake, naturally, was somewhat more sure.
Ah, the Venus symbol, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Do you recall the similar symbols near the large central stairway?
Yep.
They reference many of the solar bodies.
Oh, that's right. The sun.
Saturn and the Earth.
And Earth.
And
So, as you
E-Arth.
can see, that one is likely...
Not the woman symbol, but a Venus symbol.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume.
Hold on. Where's Seven?
While they had been discussing the symbols, Junpei now realized Seven had slipped away. His absence now felt, Snake and Junpei turned to look for their missing companion.
There he is. Down that hallway.
Seven had left them to head down the hallway, extending to the right of the stairs.
This way, Snake. Follow me.
Junpei grabbed Snake to lead him in the right direction, and they both headed off after Seven. Before long, the three of them stood in front of a door.
I wonder if this door will...
It was a French door.
How about that? It opens.
Thank you, dog. All hail the French door gods. Junpei tested the door and realized that, unlike many others they encountered, it was unlocked. Almost as though he was afraid it would suddenly lock itself, Junpei threw the door open. That's fair. He stepped inside.
Oh, wow.
Aw man, are we gonna go gambling? It took only a moment for Junpei to take in his new
Is
surroundings.
this some kind of casino?
Oh boy.
Sure looks like one.
Put it all on black. Before Junpei could comment further, a noise from behind him made him turn around. Snake was shaking the door they just come through.
Well, this is troubling.
As Seven and Junpei watched, he threw his hands in frustration, then kicked the door for good measure.
It seems we are once again locked in.
Yay! There was no reason to panic, however.
Even if that door was open, it's not like we had anywhere to go that way.
There was no reason to panic, as they had slots.
So we must find another exit then.
You guys want to play some Palace and go fish?
All right, guys, let's split up and search this room. Come on, no dawdling. Let's go. Quickly now.
All right, Seven, calm down. Alert action by Seven's words, Junpei and Snake began to examine the room. Seek a way out. Depending on how long this takes, this might be the last thing we do today. Well, look at that. Someone left a bottle of booze here. Don't mind if I do. Ah. Oh, that hits the spot. Feels like my throat's burning. Damn, he really drank it. I didn't even know how long it's been there. There's something on the counter. Looks like a card. A playing card? The 7 card! A playing card. The 4! That's a lot of expensive glasses. Even cheap drinks taste great out of glasses like these. A bunch of glasses over there. Counter's pretty well polished. I don't think there's anything else back there, though. Anything else about the booze? One more sip. I don't think so. I'm cutting you off, pal. Alright. What about this, urn? Apparently can't check it. Clock? No. Can I check this from this? No. There's another card here. Hey, Junpei, isn't that card sitting on the table there? This feeling. It seems to be a playing card. I'm trying to pick it up. So we got 7, 5, and 4. I don't like drinking suspicious alcohol on a ship you're kidnapped on. I mean... Not on the table anymore. Okay. I kind of wish we had found the 2 card, because that would have been really funny with the group we were with. Okay. Wait, when 2 lights turn on, I heard something from the bottom of the fireplace. What was that? I heard something down there. Well, first let's pick up this card. It's on top of the fireplace. The 6 card. Got some casino coins. Firewood. Nothing else there. I guess that... Is that supposed to be a clover? Clover, diamond, heart? Lights on the left side's lit. I don't know. Put that coin bag in action. What happened? I heard an odd noise. Well, to be honest, I don't know. Pressed some of the buttons, smacked the machine once or twice, but nothing happened. Oh, looks like the coin got stuck. Oh dear. Okay, let's try out this one. Alright, let's drop coin and clock. Come on, Yellow Passer, I need one of you. Okay, spin. So, doop. Doop. Hey, it's rigged. Perfect. 777. Yes, 777. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. I think you heard something unlocking here. Impressive, Junpei. It would appear they unlocked now. There's something akin to a drawer in the bottom of this machine, yes? There's a pickup drawer for a dividend. Probably the lock for the drawer got unlocked. Press it open if you would. Hey, we got a key. Yes, I'm trying to pick them up. What is that? There's something in there? Yeah, a playing card and this. Key with the Venus symbol on it. Excellent, Junpei. Now we'll be able to open the gate. Just need to figure out how to get out of this room. Correct. Come on, Junpei, hurry up. And he's off. There's a playing card and the Venus key. Better put the key in my pocket for later. As for the playing card, we have 7, 6, 5, 4, and 2. Plate says 3. It's a coin slot. Okay, we don't have any more coins, apparently. An ace. Seems a card attached to the panel. And attached very well, it seems. Don't mind, what sort of card is there? It's a playing card. Ace of spades, in fact. Card slot here, playing cards in here. Alright, let's give it a shot. I don't think any of these would work. Unless the ace is supposed to be 11, in which case 7 would work. Alright, none of them work, so we do need the 8. So it would seem. I'm shocked and appalled that guessing at random has not yielded better result. Yeah. I mean, I had a reason for why I put 7. I thought it might have been like... I thought the ace could have been standing for 11 instead. Check out the stained glass. How beautiful. What? Huh? Stained glass is colored pieces of glass placed together in a frame. As I've said many times before, I need only touch it to know. I can at least discern the basic structure. Card 3. Suddenly, 7 began to speak.
Ah, Baccarat. You ever played Junpei?
No. And I've never actually played it either.
No, never.
Alright then, how about I explain the rules to you a bit? See, Baccarat is kind of an unusual game.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the banker and the player. The whole point is that you guess which one's gonna win.
Okay.
And whether the banker or the player wins, it all depends on their hands.
Mm-hmm.
The way each hand works is different from other games too.
Okay.
See, you take the number from the ones place after you add up the value of all your cards. Whoever gets the number closest to 9 wins. If your number is smaller than your opponent's, you lose.
Okay.
And that's it. That's the explanation. Well, actually, there's a lot more to it. Strategy, details, that sort of stuff.
Okay.
But what I just told you sums up the core of the game pretty well. The single digit of the sum of all the cards you have. The strongest hand is a 9. And the weakest hand is a 0.
Mm-hmm.
You just ignore the number in the 10 spot. Do you get it?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
He hadn't been asked for it, but Seven's explanation, rushed though it had been, was helpful.
Maybe half of it. Enough. I got a chance at winning the game if I played now.
However, we have no way of knowing if the puzzle in the Baccarat table makes use of those rules, and if it does, in what manner.
Then I guess we try everything.
Feeling more confident, even if slightly, Junpei approached the Baccarat table. Well, okay, there's an 8 there. So, Sam, are we supposed to play Baccarat? It's a Baccarat table, what else are we supposed to do? Stop worrying about it, it's real simple. What's the opponent's hand? Well, there's an 8 on the glass case. Alright, then that's your opponent's number. If that's the case, what 3 cards do we need to get that number? 3 cards? There are a couple of indentations, white lines around them, right? Those means we gotta put down 3 cards, so... place 3 cards here and defeat the opponent's 8. That's what I've gotta do, so we need to get 9. Yeah, that's so. Something tells me those aren't the only rules. Alright, let's give it a shot. Make sure I got the rules straight. 3 empty indentations, gotta pick a card and play it. Something ought to happen. Okay. So... how do I get 9 with these cards? 2, 3, 4. That should be 5. And this should be 9. Yay, we won. That was simple. Alright, if I just put down these 3 cards. Yes, open for me. Great! You did it, Junpei. Thinking of telling us to take the 8 card? Come on, let's grab it. Oh, no. Alright, let's take this card. And now let's put the 8 into here. Okay. And in you go. Alright, it opened up. Seems we have another device to contend with, yes? There are 3 slots in this one. And for this one, I think we have to get the digital root of this. 9 below them. So that probably means we made 9 with 3 cards we put in the slot. Just like what we did at the Baccarat table. Alright, let's give it a shot. 5 and 6 is 11. Okay, yeah, no, this still works. Yep, digital root. That equals 18. But all the cards we have left in the slots, what happens now? Is that? Yes, I did hear something from the exit. Excellent work, Junpei. Wonderful. Seems the exit is unlocked. Let's go. Alright, let's go. You found it! Junpei and his companions ran out of the casino and into a large open room. A room, in fact, that they had been in once before. There was a little surprise to them there. They already knew what their next step had to be.
This way.
Oh, there was a little surprise them there. The iron gate still stood in place, locked tight, blocking the stairway, and right in the center of it.
The keyhole with the Venus symbol.
And we bring out the Venus key.
Should work here.
Wasting no time, he put it out and shoved it into the keyhole. He turned it. With the distinct sound of metal on metal, he felt the lock click open.
Like it did. All right, let's get this thing open.
No problem. Let me help with this one.
Alright. Junpei grabbed the handle of the left side, and 7 grabbed the handle of the right. On Junpei's signal, they both pushed, and the door creaked open. And the gate creaked open.
It sounds as though you have opened it.
Yes, we have.
We should be able to reach C deck now, I imagine.
Hopefully.
Snake, are you gonna be alright? I mean, the stairs.
Please, do not do yourself the embarrassment of underestimating me. I would be unlikely to trip even if I were running backwards.
Can we test that? That would be kind of fun.
Good to hear. Let's move.
Oh, at 7 words, they leapt onto the stairs and jogged quickly down them. No time at all, they found themselves on C deck.
Everything looks okay here.
We should check the next deck down, just in case.
Yeah, it's gonna be flooded. When he reached the water, he called back to Snake and 7.
Just what I thought. D-Deck is completely underwater.
Still no scuba gear.
Just like the bottom of the central staircase.
Wonder if the dead shark is in D-Deck. Surface of the water below them was flat, like a mirror.
I'm just glad the water level hasn't changed much.
Yeah, that's a small comfort.
Back to the C deck, then.
Now, how about we check out what's here?
Yeah. Began searching around and taking stock of what was on C deck.
There are 2 elevators over there, which means it's probably the same upstairs.
Yep.
There's a card reader between them.
That's Mercury.
And another weird mark.
Hey, check it out. It's the symbol for Lotus.
The exact same joke.
What?
See? It's got the woman symbol, and then it's got the devil horns, right?
Oh, Junpei, you card, you.
Yeah, I see it. No 2 ways about it. That was a pretty good one, kid.
7 tousled Junpei's hair in what was likely thought to be a friendly manner. Junpei feared his neck might break, even though it was clear 7 had kept his strength in check.
Oh, would you watch it, man? Whoa, that hurts. You're gonna break my neck.
What are you talking about? The human body ain't that weak. Maybe this'll toughen you up, huh?
If we were looking for a devil, we've got one right here.
Ooh! Thankfully, Snake interrupted. After Junpei's observation, he had gone over to examine the card reader.
This is a Mercury symbol. The marks you mistook for horns are a stylized version of the wings and staff of Hermes.
Wings and a staff. Huh. So then, she beats you with the staff until you die and go to heaven.
Okay.
Sounds like Lotus, alright.
Break his neck! Break his neck! Seven shook Junpei's head even more vigorously. The older man feels as though his brain were being jostled about inside his skull.
7! Oh, that's too much! Oh, my head!
I think he was actually better off when Lotus was next to him and hurting him. Again, churning uncomfortably.
I think I'm gonna puke.
Unless we can activate this device, I doubt the elevator will function.
Yeah, that's probably
words,
right.
We gotta find a key card with a Mercury symbol on it.
So I would assume.
Let's forget the elevators for right now.
And that was in door 3.
How about that hallway to the left?
Whoa, there's a bunch of doors.
Hello, door. Shake and turn, that was a good touch. Yeah, that was kind of fun. Stretch on forever, and all 3 men suddenly felt very small.
Ah, shit. We're not gonna have enough time to check all these, are we?
No.
Maybe we can come back here later. We should check out the other side.
Yeah.
Let's head back.
Right, the stairs, another hallway stretch out, reaching deep into the bowels of the ship. A few men moving briskly down the hallway, merge into an area roughly the same size and shape as the one at the top of the stairs. Left were 4 French doors.
There are doors here too. Well, I guess it's just 4 this time.
Let's open them up, starting with the closest one there.
Okay, I'm on it.
Do-do-do-do-do. Junpei nodded and grabbed the one closest to him. He gave it a small tug and felt it move.
It isn't locked. I'm going to open it.
Yay! Thrilled to have found another unlocked door, he threw it open. Is this the medbay area? We didn't know what to make of what he saw. Yeah, it's the medbay.
What?
I think I'll end this whenever we get the option to go through doors 7 or 8. Simply stood, unable to speak. Seven's eyes opened wide and his mouth gaped. After a few long moments, Seven at last managed to speak.
What is this place?
It's
so huge and empty.
Massive room stretched out in front of them, more a cavern than a room. Vastness was oppressive, and it bore down on Seven and Junpei. It was not empty, however. The entire room was filled with lines upon lines of beds. They were simple things, little more than pipe and thin mattresses.
Oh, there are beds everywhere.
Is this a hospital?
Yes.
The harsh scent in the air is reminiscent of antiseptic solution.
I think so. There are shelves in the center of the room with medicine and surgical tools.
Alrighty.
Hey, look there. The 4 doors at the end.
One does not simply walk through 4 doors. 3 of them were emblazoned with large single-digit numbers, made with thick red paint.
The left door says 3. The second door is blank, but the third has a 7. And the rightmost door is 8. There's no doubt. They're numbered doors.
Thank you.
Hey, why is that door between 3 and 7 blank? Does that mean anything?
It's because it's the return door.
No point
we know
worrying
that
about
already.
it right now. Let's see if these will open first.
Of course they won't, Junpei.
Yeah, good idea.
3 of them threaded their way through the beds towards the back of the room. Upon reaching them, they proceed to investigate each door in turn, but to no avail. The only one that would make sense to check is the one without the number on it.
Yep, locked. Just like I thought.
Naturally. After all, there are rules to the nonary game, and to allow these doors to open easily would violate those rules. Unless we can authenticate ourselves with the red, the numbered doors will...
Whoa, check this out.
Now we're gonna notice that they are broken, right?
Look at the red. There's nothing on it.
Huh?
Don't you remember the red back at the main staircase?
Yeah, it doesn't say vacant.
If there wasn't anyone in it, it said vacant on the little screen, remember?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
But this one...
Says nothing.
There's nothing.
Right? You think it's broken?
Probably.
Only one way to find out.
Doop. Doop. Nothing.
No, nothing.
Junpei and the others put their hands on the panel, but nothing happened. Red refused to change. They tried pulling the lever and still nothing. As they soon discovered, it was only the red on the door 8 it wasn't only the door on the red 8 that's it. The red on door 8 that seemed to be malfunctioning.
How about the red on door 7? And door 3?
I didn't think all of them would be malfunctioning.
That is weird.
What does it mean?
They've got to be broken.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that bastard. I didn't think Zero was the kind of guy who'd screw around with something like this.
Whoa, whoa. Zero's been prepared for everything so far, and you're saying he's gonna make a mistake now?
I mean...
Well, that's the only thing I can think of.
Maybe
This
not
thing
a
ain't working
mistake.
at all.
While Junpei and Seven talked, Snake busied himself with examining the red. After a time, he lowered his hands and spoke.
It seems as if some of the internal hardware has been removed.
Mm-hmm.
Internal hardware?
That is what I said. Take a look at the underside of this red, if you please.
Okay.
The bottom?
Junpei obliged and bent over to look at the underside of the device.
Huh, there's a thin slot here. I think it's a slot for something. Probably electronic.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The other two reds are the same. Something's been removed from all three of them.
Yay!
I get it.
Or boo,
so
I
the
guess.
reds aren't working because somebody pulled out their guts.
Just like the ninth man? Too soon?
So I assume.
But why? And who? I mean, it really doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
I have no idea. Why on earth would I know something like that?
I think we were just speaking hypothetically. Or rhetorically. Not hypothetically. Just then, they heard the sound of a door opening.
Oh, what now?
3 of them turned and saw everybody. Akane. Oh no, Junpei thought it's...
June!
She stopped short, surprised to see them, and was very nearly bowled over by the rest of her companions, who were coming through the door behind her.
Ace! Santa! Clover! And Lotus!
Yay!
Guess everyone's here.
Junpei and Seven were, for the most, at a loss for words.
What are you guys doing?
Why are you...
That's my line?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we should exchange information.
Yep, that makes sense. After a moment of silence and surprise, everyone suddenly began desperately to exchange information. Talk about the rooms they've been through and how they end up in the same place. Okay, we can't actually skip this yet. No, that hardly mattered. They're happy to simply see each other once again. The level of cheer varied greatly from person to person. Each one of them was wearing some manner of smile, as if they had completely forgotten about the death of the ninth man. This is... okay. No, thought Junpei, perhaps that wasn't it. Perhaps thoughts of his death were what drove them to smile at one another. Not a morbid or hateful way, no. The ninth man had died. They were still alive, and that was something to be happy about. A sort of simple, uncomplicated joy. Junpei thought, the joy of being alive. Still alive. Feeling fantastic, and I'm still alive. He felt sorry for the ninth man, but more than anything, Junpei was just happy to be alive. Where did the ninth man's knife go? That actually... that could have actually been kind of dangerous. I think an exploded knife is really dangerous. Oh.
And that's what we know.
With that, Junpei finished his own explanation.
Well, this isn't good.
I'm gonna keep
If the
trying to
red
check.
is inactive, we can't keep going.
What about that big hallway? Maybe there's somewhere in there we might be able to go.
Maybe.
No, there's nothing there. The 5 of us had a quick look. There are plenty more hospital rooms, but nothing else.
Okay.
You mean all those doors are for hospital rooms?
Yes. There are a number of individual rooms in addition to this large one.
There was a door at the end of the hallway, but it was locked.
Okay.
It had one of those solar system mark things on it.
It was the Jupiter symbol.
Okay.
Jupiter.
I wonder what it means.
It means Jupiter. Confusion seemed to be the consensus.
While we're asking what things mean, what's the deal with this room? I mean, I thought this was a cruise ship, but I can't imagine a cruise ship would have a hospital like this.
No one, not even Snake, appeared ready to offer an answer until Seven unexpectedly spoke up.
Well, I figure it's probably a hospital ship.
Mm-hmm.
Chances are it's the Gigantic.
Yeah.
The Gigantic?
Sister ship to the Titanic. Obviously. Junpei looked at Seven, shocked by both his knowledge and the apparent identity of their prison. He was not the only one.
What is this Gigantic?
I love how the person with amnesia happens to know about the Gigantic. Seven nodded to Lotus and began to speak.
The Gigantic. She was a sister ship to the Titanic, built in the early 20th century.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the Titanic had two sister ships, and they looked exactly the same. The Gigantic was said to be one of them.
Yep.
They intended to make her a passenger liner like the Titanic, but World War I began soon after the ship launched.
They had to make her a hospital ship.
The British Navy took her over and made her a hospital ship. At some point during the war, the Gigantic was damaged by a German mine in the Aegean Sea.
Mm-hmm.
She ran aground afterwards, so she didn't end up sunk. What happened to her after that? One theory going around is that a man named Lord Gourdane bought her.
Thank you, Mr.
Seemed
Gourdane.
like he'd been one of the few to survive the Titanic sinking. That trauma turned him into some kind of obsessive collector of all things related to the Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
Soon enough, the guy wanted the Titanic itself.
But that's impossible.
Which was impossible, of course. It's stuck at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. But the Gigantic wasn't. And seeing as she was
So you're saying this Lord Gourdane bought this ship?
Yes.
Yeah, at least I think I am.
That's the theory.
That's impossible. No way we're in some boat that's almost 100 years old.
Could be.
Pipe down, just pay attention. What, that's it? Well, have you got any proof?
Proof?
Proof that this ship is really the Gigantic.
No.
Well, this ship's got stuff that's like the Titanic and a hospital ship. So, I just figured.
Oh, for goodness. Don't tell me that's your only reason.
I mean, it's as good a reason as any.
No, I've got more.
Like?
Well, I mean...
Okay, I've got nothing, actually. Doing anything to avoid meeting Lotus's piercing stare. He scratched his head for a moment, then gave up. Finally, he opened his mouth.
I don't know.
Lotus sighed and shook her head.
I guess your memory isn't back yet, is it?
Nope.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Then, almost as if to save Seven from further embarrassment. Still can't skip. Bell began to ring from the... Actually, can I... No, not that one. Okay, yeah, we still have a little bit more before we actually leave this.
Huh. A bell.
It sounds like the clock in the main stairway.
Mm-hmm. Let me count each chime carefully.
10, 11, 12.
Midnight.
12.
12 o'clock. Midnight.
It's midnight. Then we've still got 6 hours left, right?
Yay!
Let's get going. We gotta find the missing parts for the Reds.
What do you mean, find? How on earth do you propose we do that?
Check all the doors.
We've looked everywhere in this room.
They've been examining the room as they talked.
But we haven't found anything.
Right.
That only leaves one place to look.
Only one place. Every door.
One?
Well, not just one.
Huh?
Wait. Don't tell me you mean we need to search all of the other rooms.
Apparently.
Well, you already checked some of them out before you came here, right?
We each checked a single room, so 5 rooms in total.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. That's 5 rooms we don't have to search. We just have to split up the rest between the 8 of us.
Yeah.
If each of us can do 6 rooms apiece, we'll have the other 48 rooms cleared in no time.
There are 48 other rooms?
Maybe more, maybe less. So, Lotus did not seem excited by the prospect. Seven fidgeted nervously before responding.
Maybe?
After some discussion, the eight of them decided which rooms to begin with and what order they would go. Junpei was chosen to search the rooms on the starboard side, moving forward to aft.
Alright, so everyone knows which area they're searching?
Still, there's no reason for us to leave Snake to search it by himself. Like, as good a hearing as he has, like, it doesn't make sense at all. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yes!
Like, just have him and Clover partner together, and then they just happen to search twice as many rooms. Next time the clock sounded, the time... determine when they would return to report their findings. Next time the clock sounded the time. When they did, they would meet back in a large central room full of beds.
We'll all meet up when the clock goes off again.
Mm-hmm.
How about in that room with all the beds?
Thank you for repeating what you just said, Junpei.
Yeah. Sounds straightforward enough.
If during their search any one of them were to locate the other missing components, they would yell for
I'll
the
shout
others.
if I find any of the components we need.
Once again, repeating what was
We
said.
can find them within the time limit.
Mm-hmm. If this strategy failed, they returned to discuss their options later.
If we can't, then we'll just have to come up with another plan.
This is just repeating the same options.
Right.
Novel mode is usually better than this.
Then
Come
let's
on.
do this.
Details decided, they left to begin searching. Out in the hallway, they went to each of the rooms they'd been assigned. However... Okay. This is gonna skip. We're gonna notice that Snake is missing. Everybody's just like, hey, the reds are working now. Ace is going to drug himself. Blah, 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 blah. What? See, let me see. The other two are working. It's the same. The same as the other two boxes. As you said, satisfied they were repaired. Correct, none. Only Clover. Wait a minute. Where's Snake? Does that mean he found them? No idea. Maybe he's lost. No, he can't be lost. I'm gonna go look for him. The red is working. Do not have two people be left behind. Take this direction, look this way. See you.
Let's head back to the large hospital.
Huh? What?
Well, I mean, we might have just missed him.
Yeah, okay. Journey went through.
Hey, wait. That's...
Yeah, we already knew this. Walk away without saying anything.
I doubt we'd learn anything from him anyway.
Jumpy?
No, nothing. Let's go, June.
June left the large hospital to bed. Where would they go next?
Let's go take a look.
Okay.
Headed there. So it was Lotus. He was leaning against the wall. I decided to
Isn't it
unimpressed.
obvious? I'm looking for Snake.
Blah, blah, blah. Goodbye.
No, that's alright.
Let's go, June. Junpei tugged June's arms and quickly led her back towards the stairs. Bye.
Was that okay? You don't think we should have listened to her?
No, I already know what she's gonna say.
I've got a pretty good idea what her proposal would have been. We should be looking for Snake.
Huh.
Well, where should we go next?
Hallway with all of the rooms.
Let's go back downstairs. Oh, it's...
Hi, Ace. Headed them for his door. Hallway, they spotted
Hey,
Ace.
Snake! Where are you? Answer me if you're there!
What should Junpei do? Hey, Ace can handle
Why don't we
it.
just leave this area to Ace?
I don't mind. But where?
Well, let's see.
First class cabin.
Let's go check out the first...
Okay.
Coming with you. Quicken their pace. Inside, they found Clover. She was standing next to the wall. She was staring, pointless. Leave her alone.
Maybe we should leave her alone.
Yep.
Yes. I think you're right.
I'm assuming that the don't talk to them option is just the way to quickly go through this when you're doing other paths. Driven home the misery of their situation, but Junpei told himself that getting depressed would get him nowhere but depressed.
Find Snake. So, where do you... Let's head back to the
Alright, that's...
And they ran towards the stairs.
I don't think anyone is here.
Yeah, vanished searching. Snake was nowhere to be found. Yep, and finally just like, let's go through a door. We need one person to sacrifice themselves. Not sure. I wasn't quite sure if that was true.
2 people get left behind if we split into 5 and 2, and 1 person is left behind if we split into 3, 3, and 1. I got that part. You can't go through the numbered doors with any less than 3 people. But
yes.
If we split into 4 and 3, then why do 3 people have to be left behind?
Because
Just
the
run
numbers
the
don't
numbers.
work.
Let's say we go through door 7 with 1, 4, 5, 6. Who's left over?
That would be 3, 7, 8.
What's the digital root for that?
What is it?
3 plus 7 plus 8 is 18, so add 1 and 8, 9.
Exactly. But door 9 isn't here, right?
No.
That means 3, 7, 8 won't be going anywhere. That was just an example, of course. There are a lot of different combinations, but the result will always be the same.
Okay.
Doesn't matter which 4 it is. The 3 that are left over can't go through any of the doors. Go ahead and calculate it if you have the time. You'll see.
Okay.
Anyway, that's how it is. Now, if we can get back to my proposal. We only have to sacrifice 1 person if we split into 3, 3, and 1.
Seven spoke, his voice was strained.
Then you're saying we gotta decide who's gonna stay behind?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Okay, it's gonna skip. Not asking you. Lotus gets everybody off on her side. Then Ace drugs himself. Blah, blah, blah. Come on. I trust you guys. Just come back and save me. I just want a nap. Yeah, he just wanted a nap. He wants his nap. Oh, I'm alright. I just drugged myself. Alrighty. Santa spoke up. They're talking about this, and... yeah. Save here. Yep. That's gonna be it for today. This was a lot of fun. We got through quite a bit of this. We got our first ending, and what an ending it was! So, thanks everybody for coming. We'll be back with this on Thursday. We'll be doing more Odyssey tomorrow. And at the rate we're actually doing Odyssey, we might actually, we won't finish it tomorrow, but we'll get pretty close unless we hit the sub goals. I might extend it a little bit just to get a few more moons, because I didn't really realize just how many moons you skip over when you do just the main story. I might give a little bit more stuff, but not too many more streams of Odyssey left. Let's find our raid target. I'm gonna know who we're going to be raiding, if they're still alive. Yeah, they are. Oh, they're doing drawing. Yeah. We are gonna raid Arizona. It's currently doing AMA and drawing. So copy in the raid message, put in a raid emote that you enjoy. And okay. We'll be starting up the raid in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.